It's the Red Sox last night in Southern California, and they don't want to leave. It's Game 3 from Anaheim. The Sox and the Angels, and Boston has unleashed the offense on LA, powered by the home run. It's been a lot of fun to watch. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave O'Brien. Delighted to be joined by Johnny Gomes. Garen Austin joining us in just a couple of moments. And Johnny, this was supposed to be a very even series, and there was a lot of anticipation about the two top teams in the American League, but it's been blowout city for the Red Sox.
Yeah, the way these two teams came into the series, very similar. We called it a heavyweight bout. The way they're leaving, with this one still to go, it's not looking very even. And there are those numbers right there. The hard numbers up top, the averages at the bottom. What stands out most? All of them. I tell you what, all of them. 0.5 ERA, that's obviously the starter's ERA and the whole team. And then at the bottom, scoring 6.4 runs a game. Wow, that's an uneven matchup right there.
Look at that slugging percentage and the fact, as been pointed out, the Red Sox are not striking out at all. They're making great contact, regular contact, better than anybody else in baseball these days. You know, it's going to be very interesting to watch tonight. Shohei Ohtani, who pitched Game 1, came out with a blister. He's in the lineup tonight for the Angels, but as the designated hitter, and he can really rake as well. We'll see. The Red Sox will send out Erod against him in a moment. By Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by your local New England Ford dealers. Another pretty night here in Southern California. It actually rained earlier today, this morning, and that sent everybody into a state of shock for about 2 hours. But it's very, very nice out here at the moment. Time to send it down to Garen Austin. Garen, what are you working on tonight?
Well, Obi, what a start to this road trip. The Red Sox are now 15-2, and JD Martinez said it's a loose clubhouse. It almost feels like it's spring training. And Mookie Betts has been hot. I talked to Mike Trout about the comparison, and as you mentioned, Shohei Ohtani is in the lineup for the Angels tonight. And I talked to Mitch Moreland about the challenges of being a two-way player. And it's just a scheduled night off for birthday boy Jackie Bradley Jr., and Xander Bogaerts continues to make progress, although it's unlikely that we'll see him in a game before the end of this road trip. Obi?
A great reminder. Happy birthday to JBJ. Red Sox taking on the Angels here. The Sox have blasted 9 home runs in 2 games here in Anaheim. And Johnny, everything going absolutely swimmingly for the Red Sox, and that's been the case for quite some time now.
Just an absolute joy to watch these past 2 games, offensively, defensively, on the rubber, at the plate, the whole ball club, 25 guys. Wow.
They have stunned the Angels, that's for sure. Here's the Sox lineup. Brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Mookie Betts will start it. Benintendi is in center. Hanley Ramirez, the designated hitter. JD Martinez coming off a big night in left. Same is true of Mitch Moreland. His first home run last night. He's at first base. Rafael Devers hit his first grand slam. He's at third. At second, Eduardo Nunez. Christian Vasquez does catching. And Brock Holt is the shortstop and the number 9 hitter against Nick Tropiano, the right-hander. 27 years old. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 0.00. Pitched very well against Kansas City and picked up the win his last time out.
Defense behind the young starter tonight, very similar. Cozart at third, Simmons, shortstop, Kinsler second base, Albert Pujols checking in at first base. Outfield just about the same, Upton in left, Trout in center, CY and old friend Chris Young in right. And there's the battery right there with Maldonado behind the plate.
Your umpires tonight brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. There's the veteran Jerry in the slow lane. Greg Gibson at first, Vic Carapazza at second, and Jordan Baker will make the calls at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit compare2toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV. Very agreeable on the weather side here tonight, as it has been throughout our stay in Southern California. 62 degrees and clear skies. By the way, what is your one-loss record broadcasting the Red Sox going back to last season? Isn't it kind of off the charts?
Gosh, ironically, you asking. Last night puts me at an 8-game win streak. And I want to say I'm sitting right around 15-3.
Wow, 15-3, very similar to the Red Sox record getting out of the gate this season. So impressive.
Read in between the lines.
Impressive, young man.
I do appreciate it.
Now Mookie Betts to lead it off at 390. 5 homers, and of course, hit 3 of them in game 1 of the series. He's leading the majors in batting average and in runs scored. Red Sox trying for their first sweep over LA since 2011. And we are underway with ball 1. Sox at 15-2. The Angels have had a very good start themselves at 13-5, but they have been punched in the mouth by the Boston Red Sox.
They sure have. It's just been an absolute overmatching. We mentioned earlier with the run differential in the season. Run differential here in these 2 games has just been remarkable.
19-1. And Mike Scioscia was highly complimentary of the Red Sox lineup. He said, man, you make a little mistake and they will make you pay up and down the lineup. There's a shot down the line, hook to the corner, and Mookie Betts once again starts a ball game with a big fly, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0. Just as he did the other night against Ohtani. That's home run number 6 for Mookie.
That's home run number 6 coming into the ball game, leading Major League Baseball at a 390 clip. That one hit first at bat is going to bring him to a 400 clip, and another lead off the game home run.
Wow. I mean, look at David Price. I mean, that's the look that everybody in the ballpark has, and all of you watching have, shaking your head like, yep. Okay, that's what he does.
It's remarkable. The major league level is not that easy. This is a tough league. What this man's doing from the leadoff spot, you want to get your leadoff guy on, cause a little ruckus on the bases. He's in homers.
Up the middle, and Simmons in time to get Benintendi. Speedway donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital for every Red Sox home run. Register your Speedy Rewards card now and purchase 6 eligible beverages to qualify to choose some great rewards. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, this is it right here. Third pitch of the at-bat. already on time, doing his work in the cage, doing his work during BP, being ready from pitch 1. Wow, Mookie Betts.
4 home runs in the series. The Red Sox have hit 10 in this series. 1 gone for Hanley Ramirez, and Hanley fouls that one back for a strike.
That's 10 homers with a couple doubles snuck in there as well, compared to the 2 games so far with the Anaheim Angels of 0 extra base hits.
By the way, the 6th consecutive game the Red Sox have scored in the first inning. Check swing and a foul. So Mookie is tied for the American League lead in home runs.
You're going to have to go more than that, too. I mean, he's 400 clip out of the leadoff spot. Home runs, RBIs, runs scored.
And that'll miss on Hanley. JD Martinez, who homered here last night, is on deck. You know, he came on the air saying that the Red Sox don't want to leave town. The Angels, the way the Sox are swinging it, are going to make sure they get to the bus.
Yeah, they're definitely going to escort that bus all the way to the airport and make sure it gets off the ground.
Of course, this isn't the only club the Red Sox have been doing this against. What a fun ball club to watch. Maybe not Mike Scioscia's point of view right now, but
sure. And the other opponents. I mean, you gotta think Oakland's paying attention to this. That's what you do. You get your scouting report ready, and wow, this one's not working. They're going to have to go to another.
How on earth do you pitch to Mookie Betts? 2-2. Good take there by Hanley. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
You just tipped your hat to how much of a threat that guy is. You walk him. Very easily, he could be on third in 2 pitches by stealing 2 bases. It's an all-around threat. And he goes in the dugout and grabs his glove, and he's got gold out there too.
The look on Eduardo's face now, he's shaking his head, looking at Mookie like, "You got to be kidding me!" I mean, we've seen it before, but there's ball 4. But he makes it look easier, as you said, than it should.
Sure.
Because it is a terribly difficult game to play at this level.
And it's like a video game with someone punching in like a cheat code, skipping levels.
6 home runs, now 14 RBIs, hitting about 400. Xander Bogaerts, who's getting closer and closer, over there to give him a hug. Red Sox on top, 1-0. Runner on at first for JD Martinez. JD coming off a big night, hitting .313, 4 homers, 14 runs batted in. He talked about how much fun it is. He told Guerin that last night after the game, how much fun he's having. He said, you know, we're not thinking about the record. We're not thinking about winning streaks. It feels like the same environment that the Red Sox had in spring training. Very loose. Everyone having a great time, enjoying each other's company. I saw like 8 guys go to the ballpark 2 mornings ago en masse. They were all going together. They were going in the same vehicle.
Yeah, that's exactly it right there. And that is a direct correlation of the leadership of the ball club, allowing these guys to be themselves, to be the players, and that would be Alex Cora, the manager.
Tropiano, the right-hander, already behind. He tried to hold up, but that's a swing and a miss at Jerry Lane. So 0-2 on JD. He recorded a career high, tying 4 hits last night. 4 for 5 with a home run. He also scored 3 times. Another Red Sox rout.
Mookie Betts started off with a home run. Here comes Benny. Here comes Hanley. Here comes JD, Mitch, Devers. It doesn't get any easier.
To Simmons, Kinsler on to first. They'll turn to double play, but the Red Sox are on the board right away on another home run by Mookie Betts. Kinsler leads it off, and then it's Trout, Upton, and Albert Pujols, the future Hall of Famer. Simmons is the shortstop. Ohtani is the DH tonight, with Cozart at third, Young in right, and Maldonado doing the catching. Mookie Betts has everybody shaking their heads once again. Red Sox will roll out the left-hander, Eduardo Rodriguez, the Red Sox starting pitcher, presented by New England Audi dealers. He's 1-0, 3.72 ERA, not only trying to follow up David Price and Rick Porcello, but his own performance as well. He beat Baltimore's last time out 7-3, 6 strong innings.
Yeah, he's also on a roll, as is the whole ball club. Talk about leadoff home runs. This man at the plate right here, Ian Kinsler, has 47. 47 in his career, leadoff home runs.
High pop. That'll be into center field. Benintendi will wait for this one to come down. Jackie Bradley taking a night off on his birthday.
3 pitches in, 1 out from the defense. Devers, of course, at third base. Brock Holt checking in at shortstop. Nunez at second. Mitch Moreland with that gold glove at first base. Heading to the outfield. JD getting another start in left field. Benintendi giving the birthday boy a day off in center. And there's that man, Mookie Betts. Erod on the mound, throwing to Vasquez tonight.
Happy number 28 to Jackie. Birthday boy watching at the moment. Here's Trout. He'll take a strike, 286 with 6 home runs. But Mookie Betts has caught him in that category and passed him in RBIs. And he is hitting about 115 points higher. That one was fouled out of play. So the Red Sox getting ready to head to Oakland tonight. Actually San Francisco, that's where the Red Sox stay, and then go over the bridge to Oakland to play the next 3 games, and after that in Toronto for 3. Wow, that got the umpire Lane, and he's in pain. That one drilled him. And Jerry Lane, the veteran, is in some agony. Off the arm with that foul ball by Mike Trout.
Yep, just about the only part of the body that's exposed right there, and oof, that's a tough one.
Big grimace there. All right, Dale, thank you very much. Great night for the Bruins. The Red Sox are off to a terrific start on a Mookie Betts home run. But that's the home plate umpire, Jerry Lane, who just got drilled by a foul ball on the arm, and he's not going to be able to continue. They're already sending another umpire back to put on the home plate gear. And that's the end of the night for Jerry Lane. He really got smoked.
You see the big chest protector, obviously the mask, and that elbow kind of hanging out right there. Coming in probably at about 91 miles an hour. Off the bat, you're going to get up there upwards around 100 miles per hour right on your elbow.
Wow.
That might be X-ray worthy.
I would think immediately. And I think it was Greg Gibson that they sent back to the umpire room to get dressed in the home plate stuff, and that's it for Lane. He's coming out.
Yeah, you see him right here walking to their dugout, which means he'll be going into their training room. Of course, their clubhouse will be behind home plate, so he's definitely going to get some medical attention.
So we're going to have a little bit of a delay here early in the contest. Mike Scioscia wishing him well as Jerry Lane, who's been at it a long time, has to leave the diamond. Mike Trout took a big hack and fouled it straight back at him, and Lane had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
No. A little bit interesting. So pretty much every single game starts with a 4-man crew, obviously 1 man down. There's 4 bases, obviously an umpire at each base, so you'll see a little bit of a rotation right here. We got bases loaded. We're going to have a runner at home, runner at first, umpire at first, umpire at third, play at second, play at first. So they're going to have a revolving rotation that'll have to happen now.
Well, with the little bit of a delay here, it gives us an opportunity for those of you who missed it to show you how this game got started. The remarkable Mookie Betts striking again after 3 home runs and leading off a home run against Ohtani in game 1. Here's how it went against Tropiano.
Yeah, and if you flash back to home run number 1, series game number 1, it was a fastball below his knees. They making the adjustment, also went to a slider and another fastball. So let's see if we can elevate one on the upper half of the strike zone. That didn't work either.
And to me, one of the priceless moments was the looks on his teammates' faces when he came inside the dugout, with everybody smiling and shaking their heads in disbelief that Mookie Betts had done it yet again.
And you can't really argue that, but lucky for us, we're watching it live, watching it happen, and man, you see David Price coming with this head shake like, whoa, is this guy real? Like this, come on, man, come on.
He is something else. Number 6 for Mookie Betts. Red Sox take a 1-0 lead. And this ballpark has played small for Mookie. It's played small for all of the Red Sox in this series. They have 10 home runs already and counting. And Mookie just absolutely on fire, but he's the leader of a team that is absolutely on fire. And it brings up an interesting question, I think. Are we looking at just a terrific ball club playing very well? Or, because when you say when a team is hot, to me that means they're getting lucky breaks, they're getting calls, you know, pop-ups are falling in, that the team they're playing is maybe misplaying routine. That's not the case.
It's not the case at all, and if it was a character check or a talent check, it would be here. Fly all the way across the country, go to a team you haven't seen, the Angels. They were coming in offensively, defensively, pitching just as hot as the Sox.
Well, they'd won 7 in a row.
Sure. And you talk about outmatched. I mean, every single aspect of the game. Is Mookie going to lead off every single game with a home run? Probably not, but can he get on? Yeah, I mean, it's a true threat 1 through 9. We're talking again, good teams have talent, great teams have a deep bench, what we touched on earlier. You got Mitch Moreland, you got Brock, and there's so many angles.
And, you know, they're really not thinking about the 15-2 record. They're not thinking about, you know, sweeping series. It literally is such a loose and happy clubhouse. They're just looking forward to playing that night, which is kind of ideal, that mindset, not just for baseball, but for any professional or college sport, any high school sport, to just come that night and look forward to what you're going to do for the next few hours, knowing that you're pretty darn good at it.
And that's coming from a guy who's brand new here, and coming from a guy who's just watching it firsthand right out of the gate. He's got, what, about 17 games of the season on this team, and he sees that. So that's an organic of a quote as you can get. And on the flip side, we could be up here talking about the Red Sox struggles and waiting for Bogarts to come back, waiting for Pedroia to come back, waiting for Drew Pomeranz to come back. I mean, unbelievable that talent that's on the DL that is getting covered by these guys.
Drew Pomeranz won 17 games last year. He hasn't thrown a pitch for the Red Sox yet. He's going to pitch on Friday, and yet the Red Sox are 15-2. We're going to take the break. Home plate umpire Jerry Lane struck by a foul ball. He has been lost for the night, and Greg Gibson, the first base umpire, will take over behind the plate. We'll be back here in Anaheim. The Red Sox leading the Angels 1-0 in just a moment. boosting employee morale, school outings, and more. Visit redsox.com/groups for more information. Johnny Gomes, Dave O'Brien, and Garrett Austin here from Anaheim. Red Sox about to take off for a late night flight to Oakland. Short flight, a little more than an hour. And then the Red Sox open up against the Oakland Athletics, and love the way the pitching lines up against the A's. Friday night, Drew Pomeranz is back, about to make his debut after his spring training forearm injury. Chris Sale goes on Saturday. That's at 9:05, and David Price on Sunday. So the Red Sox sending out an outstanding rotation in those three.
Yeah, and there it is right there. The Oakland A's are going to get a big handful of 3 lefties, 3 power lefties. Obviously Chris Sale, David Price, Drew Pomeranz, an ex-Oakland A, coming for a season debut. Very familiar with the ballpark. We'll see you go.
Red Sox with a 1-0 lead, and Erod has been throwing a lot of pitches, so he's taking a bit of a break here. He had just warmed up, then got the first man out. And a foul ball by Trout in this at bat. Now he's had to wait a long time, and waiting right now for Greg Gibson, the first base umpire, to take over behind the plate for the injured Jerry Lane. And looking forward to getting an update on Jerry, but he really got smoked on that arm.
You know, with Ohtani here, and we've been talking about, like, Japanese OB. Let me tell you something. Over there in Japan, when you're doing the broadcasting, and you go to the commercial break, they don't have commercial breaks. So we're kind of inventing stuff to cover right now, but they have advertisement on their jerseys, advertisement all over, so they don't have to go to commercials. So it's a true 3.5-hour nonstop broadcast.
Wow.
So if you got to go to the bathroom in the 4th,
forget it.
Hang in there.
Do what you need to do before the game. We check out what events are coming up at Foxwoods Resort Casino. The Hollywood Vampires coming up on May 20.
Oof, what a name. We're right by Hollywood, the real one.
Well, Gibson is ready. Let's take a look at a pitch or two, I think. So taking over at home plate, that means that 3 umpires will work the remainder of this game. Gibson along with Vic Carapazza and Jordan Baker.
And there you can see the second base is vacant of an umpire. So a double with no one on. You're going to see the first base umpire trail the runner, who's going to have to get in position for a close play.
All right, so Gibson ready to work. And Mike Trout will step in again with a count of 0-2. 1 man gone. Red Sox in the lead 1-0 thanks to Mookie Betts. He strikes again for a leadoff home run. He's done it twice in this series. Red Sox lead the majors in runs scored per game, 6.35 runs per game.
Mike Trout digging back in. Of course, the count's going to stay the same with the delay. Still is 0-2, hasn't been a hole.
Justin Upton on deck. Rodriguez last time out against the Orioles, he fanned 8 in 6 innings. 1-2. Missed, I guess.
Oof.
2-2.
Close pitch down there, and it's actually the nitro zone for Trout, so he obviously wasn't looking for that.
And down he goes with a vicious hack, 94 miles an hour for the first strikeout for Rodriguez.
There you see again Rodriguez doing what Porcello and Price did, the elevated heater above the belt, in for the mask. Outstanding location.
Alex Cora talked about the elevated fastball last time out and how good a pitch that can be for the left-hander. He said he's learning, but you can see the stuff is electric. And Eduardo Rodriguez, here's Upton.
And with the elevated heater, that alone will make your off speed better, because you want to, as a hitter, see the ball up. And then when you throw that off speed, you're going to have a little more room on the lower half.
Upton 278, 4 home runs. He's driven in 11. Good power as he looks at a strike at 94. Red Sox starters are 11-1, a 191 ERA. It's actually the Red Sox third lowest starter ERA through 17 games since earned runs became an official statistic in 1913.
I mean, we're going way back.
Kind of forced to, the way the Red Sox are playing on a nightly basis.
A nightly basis. Absolute pleasure to watch this ball club play ball.
Well, the left-hander trying to make it a 1-2-3. I was going to say a quick 1-2-3, but with the umpire getting injured, certainly not the case. But 2 down. The Red Sox ranking second in the majors in ERA, 266 behind Houston. Astros staff at 248. Another outstanding performance from Rick Porcello last night. Here's the 1-2. Down he goes. Strike 3. 1-2-3. Saturday, Game 5 of the original 6 matchup between the Maple Leafs and the Bruins, heading back to the Garden. Stay with Nesson. Plus, before the puck drops at 8 on NBC, don't miss our Game 5 coverage Saturday at 7 on Nesson. Tuca with 31 saves, on fire, and the Bruins take a 3-1 lead. What a great time to be a Boston sports fan. I know I've said that for a lot of years, but this particular season, with the Celtics, the Bruins, and Red Sox all doing so well, has been a blast.
Yeah, you got to pick what hat to wear.
Yeah.
You're in good shape with all 4.
Moreland 355, a homer, 6 runs batted in. He's coming off a really nice night, 3 for 4 with a homer, drove in 4, and he's hit safely in 6 in a row.
Yeah, Mitch Moreland starting the season off with an 0 for 12 clip. What you want to do is limit those. How do you get out of those? Well, you go ahead and you go 11 for 19, your next 19, at a 579 clip. Pretty quick turnaround. This is just one of many great swings. That's left on left right there, and that's the one he drove down the line. And then he came up right here, shot it the other way for an RBI. And then guess what? Oh, got that one too. Bat drop.
in there for strike 3, a splitter at 81. And he freezes Mitch Moreland, first K for Tropiano.
Yeah, and this is called the kitchen sink. They threw the kitchen sink at him. He got a fastball for a strike, he had a curveball for a strike, and a changeup right there. So strikeout right here, but Mitch is able to walk back, have mental notes of every single one of his pitches that he's seen.
One man gone for Devers. Rafael 273, 3 home runs, a grand slam last night. He'll be followed by Eduardo Nunez. Mike Scioscia praised the Red Sox lineup as one you just cannot afford to make a mistake against after last night's Red Sox win, and he also said he needs length out of the starter. A dribbler here, throw to first base, not in time. Devers beats the wrap. He's got himself an infield hit.
And I was mentioning last night, even though when the game was out of hand, even in the 4th inning, the guys were still hustling down the line. Devers sniffing that hit out. Obviously, all the extra base hits, but we need those too. Extending the inning right there, getting the guy on.
That'll bring up Nunez at 268, a couple of home runs. Eduardo with a little 4-game hitting streak. 1 for 4 last night as the Red Sox ran roughshod over the Angels 9-0. And it was 10-1 in game 1. In what was supposed to be an evenly matched series, but it's been very one-sided.
That's that slider right there, backup slider. Normally it's going to run to a righty, it's going to run away. That one had a little bit of curveball action, kind of a 12-6. Also throwing a split and fastball. He's all over the place. He hasn't really established his heater. He's kind of just almost in what you'd call as a hitter a 2-strike mode. He's going 0-0 off speed, elevate, low. So not a lot to work on right here.
After the upcoming Oakland series, Red Sox will be in Toronto. Blue Jays have played surprisingly well before the Red Sox come home against Tampa Bay and Kansas City. They set up away, and the 1-0 is well outside.
And with all the extra base hits, there hasn't really been too much situational hitting involved. Nunez handles the bat very well. Devers, not the fastest guy, but he can get out there. So right here, 1-1 to 2-1. Could possibly be a hit and run count. 2-0 actually. We get a strike right here, and we put the runner in motion for a little hit and run.
2-0. Yankees won 4-3 over Toronto, so the Blue Jays are now 12-6. That ended a 4-game winning streak for them. For the Blue Jays, who have been pitching very well.
It necessarily doesn't have to happen right here, but 2-1, 1 out, runner on first. It's really the truest hit and run situation. Guy hits a ground ball, turn a double play, but you put the runner in motion, you won't turn the inning double play.
And they're holding as it's fouled out of play. But to win, the Red Sox can improve to 16-2. They do have the longest active winning streak once again in the majors at 6 in a row.
I mean, there's really nothing on the board that the Sox aren't the top of. Bullpen, defense, power, average, pretty impressive.
Leading the majors in batting average, 287. This one popped up though by Nunez right around home plate. Maldonado will put that away. There are 2 gone. Tomorrow at 9, don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC and Steve will preview the series against the Oakland Athletics. Inside the Coliseum. So here's Vasquez checking in at 244. No homers, 3 runs batted in for Christian.
And then here you go with the runner on first. You see that little black dot right there, second base. That's the umpire. No black dot at third base. So if we have a first and third action, you'll see these umpires scramble.
And Jordan Baker out there closest to second base. He's really got to get going. Nothing in one on the Red Sox catcher. Sandy Leon caught Rick Porcello last night, and that's a combination. Even though Alex Cora does not like the idea of a personal catcher, he really loves the way those two are working together. And Rick was very complimentary of Sandy Leon after last night's win, which improved him to 4-0. And he said, you know, I didn't have my sinker early that first inning. So, you know, I'm looking at Sandy, and Sandy knows that. He's not putting that finger down. It's a little bit later when he started to get it there and landed, but early on it wasn't happening, and those two have a great communication.
Yeah, they do, and you'll find those relationships throughout the season. But I do agree with Cora with not having that in stone personal catcher, and what that is just parlaying it all the way down to playoff time, because you don't have time for personal catchers. It's whoever's hot at the plate's got to get up there.
Vasquez reached base 4 times on Tuesday. As the Red Sox took game 1 against Ohtani and the Angels. Ohtani is in the lineup tonight for the Angels as their designated hitter. Brock Holt on deck. Red Sox up 1-0 on the Betts homer. Devers on at first with 2 away. Sox tonight facing a right-hander, Nick Tropiano, who missed all of last year because of Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, this day and age, it's almost, if you haven't had it, when you're going to get it, and if you have had it, you're going to get it again.
2 high fly right field. That's well hit. Young is back there though, and he'll make the play over near the line. 1 man is left. Show right next door to Fenway at the Cask and Flagon. We're in there on a regular basis. Plus, Jenny takes swimming lessons at Equinox. Catch it all Saturday morning at 9 on Dining Playbook, driven by New England Chevy dealers.
I bet Jenny will have me on her show. Think I'm going fishing? Nope.
Not now.
Not no more.
Bulls files that one away.
Yeah.
You get 1 try with Johnny Gomes.
That's it.
And if you don't come through, if you don't make that call that you said you were going to call, if you happen to be the mad fisherman, that's it.
It's all right. I'll just watch the Red Sox.
The 0-1. Albert taking it down low, 282, 3 homers. On his way to Cooperstown. Still has several more years left on a giant contract that he signed, but closing in on 3,000 hits. Just 10 away. And a 1-1. That'll be a ball.
And he didn't hang around for the whole game. Game 1. A little disagreement with the strike zone, and had to go back in the clubhouse to watch the rest of the game. Got ejected.
Because with David Price pitching, it looked like a strike to us.
I had it as a strike.
2-1. And fishing.
Speaking of fishing, I'm not going to bring it up. Good action right here. Good action. You see pitch 1 is elevated, and then you go circle change down and out. For Albert to swing at that pitch, it's telling me it's got good depth and hard to pick up.
Well, Erod trying to make it 3 consecutive Ks. And a chopper on the infield for Brock Holt from the dirt. One man gone. Kids can attend a game for free at Fenway. They sign up for Kid Nation and earn loyalty points for prizes like autographs and memorabilia. You can visit redsox.com/KidNation to sign up today. So 1 away for Andrelton Simmons, who can stake a claim any year as the best defensive shortstop in the game.
Sure could. Teammates with him in Atlanta.
Good teammate?
Good teammate. Good teammate. Soccer guru.
Oh, he's a soccer nut.
Soccer guy. Big soccer guy. And it was kind of eye-opening because his footwork was kind of unique. And then seeing him with the soccer ball and playing it as a kid, and just made perfect sense.
296 with a homer. He's driven in 8. Realize the World Cup is right around the corner. 55 days away.
Wow.
In Russia.
Oof.
Of course, the United States did not qualify.
Yeah.
Which was a shocker.
Unfortunate.
Italy also did not qualify, which is remarkable.
Have you ever called the World Cup?
Did. Yeah.
Come on.
Back in 2006 in Germany.
It's like bucket list stuff.
It was amazing. Italy won in a shootout. It was incredible. It's fouled out of play. But, the mighty have fallen a little bit as they failed to qualify. But a real deep disappointment that the United States did not qualify.
What game did you call? Who was playing?
In the final?
The game you called.
Oh, I called the whole thing.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was a month of soccer. I think you were busy that summer.
You could argue that. That's pretty cool.
It was cool. And you just have a feeling that, you're a small part of it, as a citizen of the planet, but it's such a wonderful event. It just grabs the whole world. 1-2 down into the dirt. Ohtani is on deck. Man, watching him take batting practice was something.
Yeah.
Sox up 1-0 on the Betts blast. And a 2-2 from Rodriguez.
So sitting here at a full count, Simmons laying off those pitches down. That 2-2 fastball rang up at about 95 miles per hour. He's throwing his changeup and his slider about 85 to 88. So he's working at a 10-mile-an-hour speed differential. Does have some options here.
Payoff pitch. And he walks him. So Simmons is the first base runner against the left-hander tonight. Tomorrow, an all-new Charlie Moore Outdoors. Some summer vibes with the Mad Fisherman. He heads to Florida to visit Yellow Dog Eat and tries their world-famous pulled pork sandwich. Catch it all on Charlie Moore Outdoors tomorrow night, 8:30 on Nesson, but Johnny will not be watching.
Yeah, I didn't even know he had a show anymore. That's cool. I have to find that out. Great show, though. He does do a great job. He's hilarious.
He is hilarious. That he is.
Yeah.
Ohtani, 367 with 3 homers. He's driven in 11 runs. And big time power. Tried to show it off there and came up empty. Well, quite a story, this 23-year-old from Japan. But the Red Sox forced him out of the start on Tuesday after just 2 innings. They said it was a blister.
Yeah, that's ironic right there. He hasn't had an at-bat in about 4 days. Coming right in there and swinging at the first pitch changeup.
And a different look to his hitting style than what he had in Japan, huh?
Yeah, real different. Obviously, you've seen Ichiro hit, and they're real accustomed over there in Believers in this big leg kick, the big high leg kick, knee above the belt. And it's kind of a timing mechanism, but when you don't play every day like Ohtani's going to do here, it's an extremely tough task to handle that big leg kick.
Runner at first and the 1-1. Up the middle, but there's Brock Holt. Going to go to first base. And in time to get him. Nobody over there at third. And now here comes Moreland racing in. And back to third base goes Simmons. He was thinking about darting home. He winds up over at third, and they're 2 down.
Now this is the play right here. You want to talk about beating the shift with a swing. Well, you can also do it on the base pass if you're paying attention. Brock's going to turn 2. He decides to go across, and you see Devers running across to cover second. He's not in the screen right here, so no one at third. Vasquez is running down to third a little bit late. Now home is open. Simmons running with his head up, paying attention.
And had the umpires and their shorthanded really scrambling on that play. Runner at third base, 2 down for Zach Cozart, 247 with a couple of home runs.
Rare situation right here, seeing a runner on third for the Angels. They've been mowing him down. For Simmons to get to third, they had a little defensive miscue right there.
And they've scored but 1 run in the series.
Although Rick Porcello did have bases loaded in the first and was able to go punch out, no damage. Bases loaded, 1 out, just put it in play and you score a run. Sack fly, ground ball. Was unable to do that. Punch out.
As impressive as any inning by a Red Sox pitcher maybe all season long, I thought.
Sure.
To get out of that without a single run.
And this is it right here. 2 back-to-back pitches of high fastballs up at the hands. Great location right there to a lefty. Moves it to the other side of the plate on a righty. Pinpoint, great location, both on fastballs.
1-2. Popped up foul out of play. Fastball's been sitting around 94 tonight for the lefty. He has faced the Angels once before. That was in 2015, but it went badly. Gave up 7 runs, 6 hits in an inning and a third. Red Sox lost that game 11-1. He's trying to hold his 1-0 lead here. And he fanned Cozart. 1-2. Got a piece of it.
And again, doing a good job. Cozart was one of those victims with bases loaded. And that high heater up on the hands seemed to be working. Back-to-back elevated fastball sitting at a 1-2 count, which will open up the lower half of the zone for a possible changeup.
Simmons off third. Here's the 1-2. Chris Young, former Red Sox, is on deck.
And again, same role that he did have with the Red Sox, being that left-handed specialist guy. I'm familiar with it. So yeah, majority of his starts are going to be off left-handed starters.
2-2. Hard hit and a base hit past the diving Brock Holt, and that will tie up the ball game. Cozart coming through his 8th RBI, so the walk does hurt Rodriguez, and it's tied at 1.
Yeah, and he did stay with the fastball right here on a 2-2 count, and that one's down. We did see those punch outs and those foul balls with the fastball up on his hands. Did get one down right there, but at the end of the day, not too much harm, not too much foul right there with 1 run coming in.
So it'll bring up Chris Young, 273, no homers yet, couple of RBIs. Played 166 games for the Red Sox between 2016 and 17. As Johnny mentioned, mainly against left-handers. That'll be strike 1.
And that one right there starting him off with a cut fastball. Cut fastball is going to sit around 95, so there's about a 10-mile-an-hour, 9-mile-an-hour difference between his cutter and his fastball. And the cut fastball is just a little bit more movement, more than a true four-seam fastball.
And a bounding foul, quickly 0-2. Red Sox lost on opening day 6-4, but they've gone 15-1 since then. After big spring training. Took on Northeastern in spring training. They play William and Mary tomorrow, 2:30 on NESN Plus, and they are ranked number 16, having a great year.
Beautiful. Chris Young been around for a while, but probably his most notable home run came off me.
Remember it well.
Yes, Atlanta Braves against the New York Yankees.
High fly to left, but not terribly deep. Martinez creeping near the line. And in fair ground puts it away, but we're tied 1-1. The joint replacement experts at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. Visit bidmc.org. All tied up here, 1-1 in Anaheim going on to the third inning. Brock Holt to lead it off against Tropiano. Brock 207 with a home run. And blasted a home run on Tuesday night with a 2-run shot. Red Sox have been going homer happy here in Anaheim. They've hit 10 of them.
Wow.
In the 3 games so far.
Yeah, out in left center field here, they got this big blue paint can. And if a Anaheim Angel hitter hits the ball inside that bottom number is how much money is given out. $1 million.
Got to be an Angel.
Got to be an Angel.
But my guess is Sherwin-Williams is going to be writing a check for $1 million this year. I bet that's going to happen. don't you think? I mean, it's big enough.
It is big enough, but the Red Sox had 10 cracks at it so far in 2 games.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to take that can to Fenway the way these boys are hitting.
3-1 on Brock. Who wins the money? Do you know?
I don't know. Pretty cool little gimmick though for someone.
I want to know who wins it.
I want to crack at it.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
3-2. Mookie played here every day.
Ooh. They would have to pull the can.
To the right side and fielded by Kinsler on the cut of the grass. One man gone as we toss it down to Guerin.
Obi, Johnny, there are so many comparisons between Mookie Betts and Mike Trout. I caught up with Trout earlier, and he said he enjoys watching Betts play, except for when he's playing against them. He said he's fun to watch, he's a gamer, and guys, I also talked to Betts about Trout the other day, and he said, of course I'm a fan. How can you not be? Everyone is a fan of Mike Trout. He's only the best player in the game. But guys, he did say you shouldn't compare them. You should say both guys are great players.
I think it's fair enough. But we are in the business of comparing much of the time, and it's fun. It's fun to look at the numbers and the way they both affect the game so profoundly. And you know, for my money, you have to put Altuve in there too when you're talking about the best players in the American League. But you know, here at Anaheim, Red Sox and the Angels, we're talking about Mookie and Mike.
Yeah, and I tell you, the interesting thing is a name that is age-wise kind of in there is going to become a free agent is Bryce Harper.
Sure.
And Bryce Harper has yet to drive in 100 RBIs, and these guys have. And the interesting free agency.
Mookie was swinging a miss. Down he goes. Strike 3, 2 away. Benintendi coming up next.
As the fans in the outfield take off their gloves, they were assuming another Mookie home run was coming.
Again, you get a sense of how many Sox fans are here in Southern California because they started the Mookie chants, and then the Angel fans, you know, took some offense at that. They tried to shout them down, but with limited success.
Sox Nation travels. That's a fact.
They really have been out in force for these 3 games. Benintendi 0-for-1. He is grounded to short. Trying to hold up. That's a swing and a miss. He's been swinging a good bat as of late. Last 7 games, hitting .345.
Yeah, this is just it right there, chasing down. You saw Mookie with a check swing too. Interesting to see what he's got going on, where you got Mookie and Benny both going with check swings.
Tropiano with the 0-2. I think one of the great shocks of the early part of the season is that with all these home runs the Red Sox are hitting, Benintendi is yet to hit one.
Yeah.
You know, with 10 on the board in this series for Boston, and that is just a matter of time. 1-2.
Like in this series with 10, they do come in bunches, like they say. They come in bunches. He's sitting around 0 right here, and then it's going to go whack, 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 whack. He'll be caught up with the boys in no time.
The fact of the matter is he's been walked a lot and hasn't had too many opportunities to really drive it with all the bases on balls. He's been very patient up there. And he's done it again, running it full, 3-2. He is tied for 5th in the American League with 12 walks. Early in the season in particular, I mean, the first 7 or 8 games, still very early in the season, but first 7 or 8 games, everything was away on him. He'll cut and miss for strike 3. Red Sox go 1-2-3. DCU. TC and Steve will preview the season debut of Drew Pomeranz. DCU is Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? Left-hander to get on the hill for the first time in the regular season. Cincinnati Reds fired their manager today.
Yeah, they're going to have a new look.
Ryan Price is gone. Awful start for the Reds. Got out of the gate 3-15. Maldonado leading things off, and he fouls it back.
Yeah, they've been in the basement for a while, not just this start.
Yep.
I think with a rebuild, but still got to build.
Maldonado, an outstanding defender. He is the reigning Gold Glove at his position in the American League.
Yeah, we're talking some Mookie Betts and some Trout, and that first baseman over there, Joey Votto, boy, can he hit.
Yeah, he sure can. Devers with the pick, and one man is gone. Time now for the game break, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store, the Boston Red Sox. Here's Tom Caron. TC, thank you very much. So Maldonado with a ground out. Here's Kinsler. 0 for 1, a fly to center. Red Sox and Angels locked up 1-1. Working an umpire short is Jerry Lane, who is at home plate to start the game. Took a foul ball by Mike Trout off the arm and immediately came out. And Greg Gibson, the first base umpire, moving to home plate to finish the game, and that's up the middle for a base hit. So Kinsler with a single. And that'll get the inning to Mike Trout.
Again, another single right there, still keeping him away from his extra base hits. And this is a changeup down. He started him off at the 0-0 changeup. Kinsler was able to log that in his mind. He goes back to it, drives it right up the middle.
Trout struck out in the first, although it took about 13 minutes to complete the strikeout.
Yeah, injury delay. Mike Trout, again, you want to stay out of that down and in zone. That's his honey hole right there. You got to give him with that elevate above his heater and stay away.
In for strike one.
And also unique, Dustin Pedroia does the same thing. We're talking about taking the first pitch. Strike or ball, just kind of auto take mode right there. Just get a feel for it and get himself in the at bat. And only the top hitters can do that.
Hard hit but foul.
Just enough in right there. That's the pitch he can't cover. 0-2 right here. You have to stay out of the dirt as well. Kinsler, great base reader, will read that ball in the dirt and advance to second. And also can be active just as the stolen base threat that he is.
Trying to fan Trout for the second time here tonight. Really interesting listening to Anthony Rizzo, the outstanding Chicago Cub, the other day, talk about what he believes should be a change in the schedule. He thinks that major leaguers play too many games.
It seems like there's a lot to be complaining about. I mean, there's the mound visits, the balls are juiced, there's too many games. In my eyes, Chicago Cubs finally get a World Series. We have an MVP that was 5-5 in Altuve. Yankee Sox rivalries back. There's a lot good going on in our game.
2 flared foul. Well, baseball started real early this season. I'm not sure baseball should be played in the month of March. So I agree with him as far as that goes, and maybe push the start of the season back where it used to be in the middle of April, and that could avoid a lot of these weather problems. And that was Rizzo's point. And he might be onto something. Of course, players would have to give back money.
Sure.
If you're going to cut that season back, and that's a whole different argument when you get to that. 1-2 is upstairs.
If you were to cut it, 15 to 20 games. You see where the standings are every single year in early September and how it changes, the lead changes and the races that go to the end of September. It would, just by taking away 15, 20 games, it would almost turn into a sprint. Anyone can get in.
Yeah, that's an awful lot of games to be discussing for my money. I think 154.
Oof, sure.
Might be more reasonable.
Right.
Which baseball used to play.
We have a tough time talking to a lot of these people to hand back money.
Oh, yes. And he admitted that. He said that in his comments. He said, I know that this will never happen. You're talking about handing back paychecks. 2-2. High chop. Devers down for it. Got the out there on the first. Not going to get him on the double play, but Kinsler is out at second base, and there are 2 gone. New for 2018, the Jim Beam Dugout Suite is the first and only field-level private space at Fenway. It's drawing raves at Fenway Park. It's brand new. Gets you closer to the action than ever before. If you'd like to be a part of it, email premiumsales@redsox.com or call 617-226-6912. You can wait until the morning, but it's 617-226-6912.
Talk about an experience. That's some good action right there.
Right on top of it.
We're right on top of it.
Well, here's Upton. He's 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the first inning. Tied up 1-1.
You talk about a base running threat. Mike Trout at first base. There's no point on staying there very long.
0-1. Rodriguez trying to improve to 2-0. After beating Baltimore 7-3 his last time out. Getting plenty of run support. Trout diving back. Now we're told that last season, Johnny, Justin Upton hit one into that can, the Sherwin-Williams can that you were talking about, but it didn't count because it bounced into it.
Oof.
So it's got to go on the fly for $1 million. The money goes to the Angels Baseball Foundation. That's what we're told.
I think you got to cut it in half, right? 500 grand.
If it bounces in, it ought to be worth $500,000, don't you think?
Yeah. Huh. They're sticking to their guns.
Pujols on deck. Trout getting the lead, held by Moreland. He's not running. 2-1. Red Sox going for a sweep of the Halos here before moving on to Oakland.
Justin Upton here surpassing his older brother, BJ, or Melvin, with the name change. He used to be a pretty good ball player and kind of ran out of steam there at the end. And now this is the only Upton in the game.
Another chopper. Devers has been busy. Plenty of time to get the force play to retire the side. years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives, moving us one step closer toward a tobacco-free generation. You can learn more at cvshealth.com/be the first. Fourth inning, tied 1-1 here in Anaheim. Hanley Ramirez to lead it off. Sox have not trailed, not for a minute, in this series.
No, they haven't. This will be the second look for the boys. Second look for Hanley, JD, and then Mitch. Haven't had much success yet, but making a little approach change is what's going to be needed up this young buck on the hill.
Did you have a theory about second time through against a guy?
Sure, and you're actually starting to see that throughout Major League Baseball. Starters coming out right around the 5th or 6th, not wanting to face him for the 3rd time.
Right.
That's the big sabermetric push right there. So yeah, these good hitters do get better as the game goes.
Red Sox are doing it too. That's the way Alex Cora is managing.
And you do got to pick and choose. I mean, when you're talking about a Chris Sale, a Price, a Porcello, these big fancy cars that he does have, you let them determine when they're going to come out versus going up against the numbers.
Martinez on deck, and then Moreland, and the 2-1 down into the dirt.
And Hanley right here sitting at a 3-1 count in the driver's seat. Seen a fastball, slider, and a changeup so far. Seen all his pitches. He can go ahead and pick one out. If he doesn't see it and it's a strike, he still can take it. Definitely in the driver's seat to drive the ball right here.
That'll be popped out of play to fill up the count on Hanley.
Pitching backwards is a strategy that most young guys do, and a lot of people, and that would be in fastball counts, throw off speed, and even with your back against the wall right here in a 3-2 where you could possibly lose him with a ball and a walk. So let's see if he goes off speed coming off that fastball.
Ramirez has a 10-game hitting streak against the Angels. And a 3-2. And he'll walk him. That's for the second time. Time to go to Casey in the studio for the Evil Empire social stretch.
You guys remember that brawl between the Red Sox and Yankees last week? Well, the Paw Sox announcing today that they'll host Evil Empire weekend at McCoy Stadium May 5th and 6th. So any fans named Joe or Kelly will be admitted for free to the weekend's games, while any Tyler or Austin will be totally banned from the premises. I mean, come on, not really. But look on the bright side. If ever a Tyler or an Austin maybe wanted to change their name, this is your big chance, Dave,
well,
Johnny.
Yes, this rivalry is alive and cooking like it hasn't been in years, for sure. Casey, thank you very much. Great promotion.
That is. That's pretty cool.
I wonder if they'll really stick to their guns, though.
I can't imagine. But paint company sure did. On the hop in, they stuck to their.
They did.
Yeah.
$1 million is $1 million, brother.
Yeah.
JD Martinez double play first time up. That went 6-4-3. Hanley Ramirez on at first base with nobody out. Red Sox started with a blast by Mookie Betts, leading off the ball game again with a home run, number 6 for Mookie. Angels came back, scored a run in the second inning against Rodriguez.
We're talking about making adjustments. This is one of the best right here, and you actually saw it the other night when he punched out on those curveballs, and then he proceeded to get 4 hits after the punch out. It's one of the best right here, and here he sits at a 2-0 count. Change up that pitch right here, 2-0 count fastball, dead red is where he's sitting. The other night he took that 2-0 fastball down and drove it to right field for a home run.
Really went down and got it.
Oof.
I mean, that was off the shoe tops.
Sure.
To hit that ball out of the ballpark. So he thought about it in there for a strike. I thought, though, the last hit he got, the 4th hit, base it up the middle, was his best at bat.
Sure.
You know, it was a 9-pitch at bat. In fact, one of the pitches he argued with the home plate umpire for about 5 seconds, and it was off the plate by about 4 inches.
And that's when the game was out of hand. Watching him compete late innings when the game was out of hand was pretty impressive.
Fastball for a strike. And 92, 2-2.
Turns around to the umpire right there, and boy does he know the zone. And that ball does look about a ball length off the plate. One ball length off the plate. JD can recognize that.
Yep, it's a little bit like watching Big Papi and his command of the zone from the other side of the plate. Look at his 4 hits last night.
Yeah, 4 hits. This is coming after a punch out. First bat. There's the curveball that he struck out on his first at bat. Stays inside it, shoots it up the middle. Goes that way. Hard hit. Another RBI. There it is right there. Fastball down. Opposite field home run. Comes up, competes on this at bat right here. Line drive 3-2 slider up the middle.
Two runner goes. There's a shot lined out to left. Upton, back. That's over his head on the warning track. Hanley was running with the pitch, so he's rounding third. He's trying to score. The throw home not in time on the double. The Red Sox take the lead as Martinez picks up the RBI, number 15.
Just another extra base hit for JD. Had him 2-2 count right there. You saw him step off. Couple shakes, worrying about JD. Forgot about Hanley at first. Got him with that sneaky stolen base right there, allowing him to get in motion and score on this double right here. And you saw that 2-0 change up down, stays through it, top hand release. Looked like he was shooting for the paint can.
The plate coverage is impressive.
Plate coverage is impeccable.
So he's tied with Hanley for the club lead in RBIs. Hanley was taken off and scored all the way from first base. So bring up Moreland, who struck out first time up. Nobody out. Red Sox ahead again, 2-1.
That's what Mitch Moreland did quietly last year. Is you got a runner on second, no outs. For a left-hander to pull the ball on the ground or in the air is going to allow JD to advance to third, to pass the torch to Devers, where he can just get a simple sac fly or ground ball. Mitch Moreland, very unselfish, and majority of the time gets this job done by hitting the ball to the right side.
This time to left side, and a runner cannot advance. Cozart will scoop and fire to get him. So with one down, Martinez could not move up, and that'll bring up Devers.
Definitely didn't work out right there, but is trying to go to the right side, where JD would be on third base right now, and would just allow an easy at bat for Devers to drive in that run.
Rafael with an infield single first time up. So that batting average is starting to move up very quickly for the 21-year-old. He's now hitting .284. Got a man in scoring position and another run in. Red Sox ahead 2-1. With Martinez at second. Key matchup presented by the great folks at Sullivan Tire and Auto Service. We are always here to get you there. On the road, a 13-game hitting streak for Devers, and with some power, as he showed last night with the grand slam.
Yeah, pretty impressive power. I'd like to see him scoop a changeup down right here. I'd like to see him scoop this changeup down, drive in JD.
Give me the quick Johnny Gomes version of scoop.
Scoop would be very similar to what Mookie Betts did his first at bat of the series. Scooping is when a ball is below your knees, when you really got to drop that bat head, keep your head forward, and it's almost like a scoop. You scoop it out.
Perfect.
And left-handers have that pretty left-handed scoop swing.
Well, last night, the grand slam.
Speaking of scooping, right there. You hang it, he bangs it. Perfect.
His first career grand slam, but the Red Sox have already hit 4 of them without a grand slam all last year. Already with 4, that's the most in the majors.
That's doing damage.
And they've all come in the last 10 games. And there's a base hit into right center. Here comes the run. And the throw is going to be cut play at second base, and Devers will be cut down there as Martinez comes in to score to make it 3-1. And Rafael Devers now has 16 RBIs. He has the club lead.
Wow.
He's put out at second base, so 2 gone, but 3-1. It's a base hit and an RBI.
Here's that side swing. I was talking about the scoop, but he had to bring the hands up right here, and that swing is very different than most left-hander swings. Left-handed swing, right-handed throw, and when you have that, your dominant hand is going to be on the bottom of the bat versus on the top of the bat for a true lefty thrower or lefty hitter. Not many left-handers can bring their hands up and hit that ball.
So Rafael is 2 for 2. As he picks up J.D. Martinez, who had doubled in Hanley Ramirez. Nunez 0 for 1. He's popped out to the catcher. Red Sox in the lead again.
And then going back to Devers in his swing, that was the one thing that stood out to me most. It was a really unique swing, and then breaking it down. When you have a guy who hits left-handed but throws right-handed, it's a little different of a dynamic of a swing.
High pop-up. Catcher giving chase. Maldonado. Cozart coming over too, and Cozart will make the play over near the on-deck area to retire the side, but not before the Sox add on 2 more. Prices, better service, and a great selection. Get your tickets right now to an upcoming game and chat live with a specialist at aceticket.com. Johnny Gomes, Dave O'Brien, Garen Austin from Anaheim. Red Sox are leading 3-1 here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Albert Pujols starting it for the Angels. He's 0 for 1 with a ground and a short.
He's got Albert chasing on that changeup on the outer half. That's the 2nd bat in a row. Really expanding on Albert because he can. Albert's going fishing.
Albert signed through 2021. Pops it up. Rockhold doing a breaststroke. He's under that and left for the out. And tonight, after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, we have a full recap of tonight's game, plus highlights and reaction from Game 4 of the Bruins and the Leafs. Another big night for the Bees. NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people. Bruins great in the goal.
Yep.
Here's Simmons now. He walked and scored their only run.
You got the third on that little miscommunication in the shift. Good aggressive base running by his part.
It's a play we have seen Mookie Betts execute more than once.
Yes.
When third base is vacated. Simmons also a very cagey base runner.
And then defensively, I think the shift really isn't going anywhere unless offensively these guys start bunting or figuring out ways to drive the ball the opposite way to beat the shift. So that's going to stick. And then what's going to come here in a little bit is like what you saw Simmons did and what you've seen Mookie do multiple times is to beat the shift on the base running side. So that's going to be the next level. And there's going to be double steals, delay steals. A lot of options are going to come once everyone kind of figures out the shift.
2-1 will miss. To me, the shift and the proliferation of the shift over the last 10 years has led to launch angle.
Yes.
There's no sense in hitting the ball on the ground because you're going to ground out into a shift. And launch angle has even increased on average this year from 11.1 to 11.7. A 3-1 and a strike. Got a little some extra there.
Not too many players around that really started their career about 7 years before the shift really got established. And the two that come to my mind that beat them before the shift and after the shift would be Albert Pujols and David Ortiz.
Well, forward. So for the second time, Simmons is on. Taking a walk from the left-hander, and that'll send up Ohtani for the second time. First time up, he grounded into a shift and grounded out to short. Well, he was certainly the talk of baseball when the Red Sox came in here to Anaheim because he started game one, and that rare star player who can pitch and hit for power.
He definitely didn't have the outing that he wanted, but I tell you what, that electric fastball was there. The split, the curve, the slider, it was all there. He had a bump in the road. And then going back to that leg kick that I was talking about, on the right is where he is now, and on the left, that's March 11th and really his whole life. You see that front foot come up, and what will happen over here is you'll see his head move up and down with his leg. So Eric Hinsky, ex-Red Sox world champ, is over there as the hitting coach. And he asked him if he wanted to put it down, and he bought into it.
He'll look at a strike, and these are spring training at bats. This is interesting because you're talking about March 11 and March 26. He was getting beat.
He was getting way beat, and that's one thing that is over here that is not much over there is velocity. That's obviously why he stood out so much. But at the end of the day, that is a huge mechanical change to do game one of the season. That's what spring training is for, is to iron out your swing. So he goes all spring with the leg kick and then starts his season with no leg kick. Might work for a long time, but there's going to be a bump in the road when in your head you make that big of a mechanical change. You're going to want to possibly go back to the leg kick. Working outstanding for him right now, but not playing every day is going to be a heck of a grind for this kid.
Well, he's hit 3 home runs and driven in 11. So far, so good for him. Runner at first, 1 down, and that one ate him up. In tight, he strikes out on an off-speed pitch.
With a pitch up, he goes change up on the inner half right here. This is also a left-handed swing with a right-handed thrower. But you see that front hip fly all the way out? That's going to be because of that front knee turning in backwards right there. That's tough. Knee goes in, hip goes in, hip flies out with the knee. That's going to be another mechanical change that he's going to have to make in the season.
That's a great pitch.
Yeah.
To a left-hander, looking to do damage. Here's Cozart now swinging at the first one. He pops it up. Foul off first. Moreland looking for room. He's got it. With a hand on the railing. And a good inning for Rodriguez pitching around that ball 4. On the West Coast, you can import the NESN Red Sox schedule on any device. Visit NESN.com/schedule to import it. Presented by Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of the Red Sox in Major League Baseball. Red Sox ahead 3-1 as we bring you the 5th inning. And Christian Vasquez leading it off here. Then it'll be Brock Holt and Mookie Betts. Nick Tropiano, the 27-year-old right-hander, still on the hill here for the Angels of Mike Scioscia. Who's been at it a long time as the manager of these Angels. I'm going to talk that maybe this will be his last year. He's been their skipper since 2000.
A lot of new managers this year throughout baseball, and that seat has been covered for a long time.
Mike Scioscia appeared on an episode of The Simpsons back in 1992 while still a player, playing Mike Scioscia and chopper to short. And he said, to this day, I still get residual checks from playing himself on The Simpsons. He said it's about $4 a year.
Ooh.
And he said, I cash them every time. I don't want to mess with their accounting department. I want to make sure they have it. Everything's in order. So those $4 checks, once a year, he still gets them. And he cashes them.
There you go. That's recession proof right there, being on The Simpsons.
You ain't lying.
Oh, babe.
One man gone. Brock Holt is 0 for 1. No longer as he scalds that one the other way for a base hit and is 1 for 2.
Yeah, this is Brock Holt just jumping on an 0-0 heater right here. Trying to think Brock Holt wants to see a pitch. Boom. 0-0 on time, shooting it. Nice little single right there. And then here that man comes, Mookie Betts.
1-out single for Brock Holt will bring up Mookie Betts. A home run to start the ball game. Once again, his 6th. And struck out in the 3rd inning, so 1 for 2. Sox now with 5 hits to the Angels 2.
Brock Holt going with that no undershirt look right there. That's coming a long way from wearing a ski cap.
Yeah. And leave those behind. It can get a little chilly, as you know, in the evening in Oakland.
It sure can.
Well, the Sox are headed next. Trying to hold up with a swing and a miss. Red Sox come in with a 6-game winning streak. It's the longest in baseball. Mookie, the #1 hitter in the major leagues at .393. Nice scoop there by Maldonado. He's got great hands.
He sure does. He 100% deserved that Gold Glove.
And took it away from Salvador Perez of Kansas City, who had won 4 of them.
Yeah. Has an absolute cannon from behind home plate. That's talking arm strength right there, throwing runners out.
He's hit safely in 13 of his last 15. He's reached base in 25 of his last 26. And in 52 of his last 56 games.
Just continues to separate himself from the pack. Mookie Betts, 1 of 1. The only player in the big leagues to have at least 40 doubles in 3 consecutive seasons. That's doing damage year in and night out.
Back in Brock Holt. Red Sox moving on to Oakland. Drew Pomeranz will go on Friday. He returns to the rotation. Mind you, the Red Sox are a Major League best 15-2 without a guy who won 17 games for them last year.
Some more historical facts about this Red Sox roll.
Chris Sale on Saturday, David Price on Sunday. So the A's will be seeing 3 high caliber left-handers. Eduardo Rodriguez going tonight.
Granted, Mookie did have that check swing for a strike, But if you see this track, those are 3 very uncompetitive pitches. All 3 of those sliders way off, way out.
Foul at the plate, 2-2.
4th slider of the at-bat right there. Like we were talking about JD and that curveball from the other night. These great hitters, you can't go to the well too many times. It's 4 sliders right there. You think you might be able to trick them with a heater. 5 sliders would be tough, and I don't think we'd get the job done with Mookie. Keeping a close eye on Brock over there. I don't think maybe buying time for something, but too much of a base threat. Definitely paying a lot of attention to him.
One down and a 2-2. To the second baseman, Kinsler to Simmons. One there on the first, and in time to turn the double play. Time now to turn it over to Adam and Casey for the mid-5th studio show. With MLB.tv, your subscription includes MLB at Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. You can visit MLB.tv for details. Thanks so much for staying up late with us here on the West Coast. Red Sox ahead 3-1 as they go for the sweep over the Angels. And Chris Young will lead it off. He's 0 for 1, a fly to left field. He'll be followed by Maldonado, the 9-hitter, and then Kinsler for the 3rd time tonight. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. 1 run, just 2 hits for the Halos. Well, they did appeal late, but no swing, according to Jordan Baker.
Start him off with a changeup, see why we're fishing. Coming off the changeup, you want to brush that fastball up and in, which he did. 1-1 count, even count.
Eduardo coming off 6 strong against Baltimore with 8 strikeouts. Here's the 1-1. 94, about knee high. Chris, always a good outfielder. Pretty good power.
He does have some power. Put him in the right situations, getting real comfortable against lefties.
2-2.
See if he goes back to the changeup right here. That'd be the third consecutive fastball. Change up another look right here, similar to the 0-0 pitch that he threw.
Working with Christian Vasquez tonight. Here's the 2-2.
There's that changeup.
Red Sox have outscored the Angels in the series 22-2. And the Angels came in certainly one of the hottest teams in baseball, riding a 7-game hitting streak. They had just gone 6-0 on a trip. 3-2, and that one driven. That one headed deep into left field. Martinez turning around and watches it sail. Home run for Chris Young. That's his first of the year. That'll tighten it up to 3-2. First home run of 2018, and he does it against his old mates.
That's it, laying off that 2-2 changeup to earn his fastball. Ball's on the outer half, but he's able to hit that probably sitting dead red fastball after the 2-2 changeup. See why? That's what he does. He hits lefties. Nice short swing, stiff front arm. Aiming for the paint can. Can't blame him.
Put an excellent swing on that one. And we'll bring up Maldonado, who's 0 for 1. He's grounded out to third. So 3-2.
First extra base hit for the Angels. There it is. No longer a 0 in that category. 2.5 games in.
Kinsler on deck. There's a lot of power in this lineup.
There sure is.
It's an Angel team that's going to hit a lot of home runs. Home run cut, but he goes down hacking, a strikeout victim. So 1 man gone in the 5th.
Pitch right here, nasty pitch down. That says a lot about Erod right there, not getting rattled by any means with that home run. Getting back on the rubber, start throwing strikes. And that's probably the changeup that he wanted to see why 2-2 to get it to a 3-2 count. Made the adjustment on the changeup, got a strikeout.
Ian Kinsler 1 for 2 with a base hit. So getting his 3rd look at the lefty. Kinsler acquired in December from the Tigers. And he talked about it. He said, I never thought that the Angels would want me. Because at one point in his career, he said, I never want to play for them. Flies that one to left field, got jammed. That one got in, and Martinez is there to put it away for the 2nd out. That'll bring up Mike Trout. Want compelling Red Sox coverage at your fingertips? We'll follow Nesson on Facebook for news, rumors, analysis, and more. Visit facebook.com/Red Sox Nesson. So 2 away. Trout's been quiet so far tonight. Strikeout and fielder's choice, so he's 0 for 2.
He has been quiet all series, and I think it's due to that report that they're executing very well on Mike Trout. That's staying out of his honey hole, which is down and in.
Base is empty. That's a strike.
And again, that 0-0 auto take that he likes to do all the time. Take a peek at it.
I think of great hitters through time who have done the exact same thing. Almost every single at bat, they take the first one.
Sure. One of the first really documented about it was Ted Williams.
More recently, Tony Gwynn.
All high average guys, which is pretty impressive.
Who were also amazing 2-strike hitters. So they didn't sweat it. You know, getting in a hole, maybe. You think about the attack guys who were maybe a little bit ahead of their time, guys like Nomar.
Yeah.
If that first one was in that zone, forget it. He
wasn't waiting around.
Looking to launch it. 2-1. Shattered bat, a ground ball behind the bag, scooped up by Nunez. The bat exploding, but it's out number 3. can baffle the league's best, but can he answer some of our toughest kid questions yet? Catch an all-new Nesson Clubhouse Sunday 2:30 on Nesson, presented by Delta Dental of Massachusetts. Kids say the darndest things,
don't they? I got my youngest coming up with a birthday this Sunday.
What number?
5.
Oh, 5's a great age, isn't it?
5.
Benintendi 0 for 2.
Hey.
What do you get for a 5-year-old these days?
Oh, I don't know. They got some dolls and starting to get into makeup, fake nails, but hang tight. It's probably gonna be the next president. I mean, this girl is something else.
The 1-1. Are they watching, Dad?
Might be in bed around now. They might have caught a little bit.
So that's Arizona time for you, right?
Yep.
Your family.
We're on the same.
Yep.
You never know. Just snuck out. My youngest, though, my daughter, Capri, she is so upset I'm not playing anymore.
Really?
Can't even handle it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Being home is, you know, that's got to be some consolation. But
Yeah, she was sleeping in her own bed and doing all that, but man, she loved coming to the games. #1 fan.
Dad doesn't play anymore. Not enough that he's on TV.
Nope.
You know,
Got to be in the box hitting homers. Pretty cool.
you certainly enjoyed it in your Red Sox days.
Gave it a good run. Now I'm watching these boys from a great seat.
2-2 to Benintendi. High fly ball. Will it carry? Deep right. And back is that #1. Yes, sir. Benintendi with his first of the year. You knew that was just a matter of time. The Red Sox hit their 11th home run of the series. Back on top by 2.
Back on top. Yes, they are. And here we go. They did have an arm in the bullpen going, as we just got done talking about the 3rd time through the order. They got away with Betts 3rd time through the order. Benny letting them know that number is out there for a reason.
And that might lead to a bunch of them with his swing in short order.
They come in bolts. Watch out, Oakland. He's coming in hot.
11th run batted in for Andrew Benintendi. And that'll send up Ramirez, who has walked a couple of times, only scoring a run last time.
Well, this is it. And you do see that leg kick that he has that he's not going to get rid of because it's working. Right there, a pitch that's a little elevated right there. He knew he had the height, wasn't sure about the distance. See why going back? Ran out of room. You see this leg kick not too high up by the belt like Ohtani did have. Driving it.
Picture perfect with that swing, and Benintendi has given the Red Sox a 4-2 lead. And the home run ball continues to be a great weapon for the Red Sox here in California in particular. Trippiano's pitching line brought to you by Lexus, inviting you to see, hear, feel, and experience amazing. Hanley with 3 home runs for the season. Launches that one to center field. Trout is back there, though, and he's got room to make the play. So 1 man gone here in the 6th. And Martinez next.
Now, I'm sure Soch would be plenty happy for this young man to get through 5 innings in just 3 runs, especially what this offense has done. 5 innings, 3 runs. You think that would have to send them out for the 6th for the 3rd time around due to their bullpen being so taxed from game 1 and 2. Those guys need a break out there, and like we were saying, Soch needs him to cover some innings due to that bullpen being tired.
JD with a double to drive in a run and scored a run in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 2. I think you could have predicted that Andrew Benintendi was going to launch one in this series tonight.
Yeah, he was like, I need to play with the boys. I can't leave here without one, and everyone else is leaving here with one.
I don't think there was one member of the Red Sox organization who was thinking, oh, you know, that's an issue. I mean, could very well go on to hit 30. Alvarez throwing in the bullpen. But great to see him find the seats, and the Red Sox leading at 4-2. I just don't think you're going to see a prettier swing in baseball for years to come than Andrew Benintendi.
It is. It is. Good looking young ball player.
Moreland on deck. And the righty deals the 2-1. That evens up the count. Red Sox with 2 more blasts in this one. And they have been spinning the caps of the Angels. Turning around to watch it fly. Here comes the 2-2. He did not chase. Ball 3.
Benintendi's probably going to be here for a while, and there's nothing better for an organization to see a homegrown kid turn into a superstar. And boy, are you seeing a bunch of them here. You got Betts, Benny, you can go to Devers, Vasquez. This is homegrown talent, and that's just absolutely nailing it in the draft. Parlay it over to the Angels. You got Mike Trout is the only guy drafted starting tonight that was drafted by the Angels. So what a great job in the scouting department, the amateur draft section for the Red Sox.
3-2 and got a piece to foul it away. It's, by the way, only the 3rd time in Red Sox history they've hit more than 10 home runs in a 3-game series.
I can't imagine this happens all the time. This has been pretty cool to watch.
Last time was 1977 against the Yankees. And before that, 1950 against the St. Louis Browns, and there's a base hit.
That's got to be it for him.
So JD with his 2nd knock of the ball game. And here comes Socia. You're correct. Well, it started with the great cut from Benintendi. And the night ends on the hard single by Martinez. It'll be Alvarez coming on. And the Red Sox with a 4-2 lead as they go for the sweep against the Angels, and we'll have more in a moment. Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com. And by Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of the Red Sox in Major League Baseball. Andrew Benintendi launching one to right. Red Sox have a 4-2 lead here over the Angels. Let's get out to Garen Austin.
Obi, there was so much talk about Shohei Ohtani coming into this series, and Mitch Moreland was a two-way player in high school and at Mississippi State, and he told me there is so much work that you have to do, hitting, defensively, to prepare, especially at this level, and that pitching is just on a whole other level. He said, you know, sometimes when you go 0 for 12, you wish you could get on the mound to do something to help your team out, but it is such a different mindset. He said it's really fun being in the batter's box, but when you're on the mound, the ball is in your hand, and you basically control the game. And guys, Moreland has a young son, Crew, who has shown some interest in pitching. Moreland was telling me that he likes to pretend he is Craig Kimbrell in their living room.
Well, like a lot of kids want to do that.
That's a good start right there.
Throw 98. Vicious breaking ball. Well, Mitch, so far tonight, is over 2. He has struck out and grounded to third. Sox ahead 4-2. More home runs this evening. Mookie Betts and Andrew Benintendi, part of an outfield that many believe is the best in the game. Alvarez, the left-hander, out of the bullpen. JD Martinez on at first, and another run in. There's a shot, right field deep. Young to the track, he's turning around, and that ball's off the wall. Martinez will romp in the third stop there, and Moreland just missed a home run. He's got a double.
Can't keep a good man down for too long. Went with the strikeout and then a ground ball to third, trying to get that base runner over. Bringing the lefty in, lefty on lefty matchup right there. Boom. This is the pitch right here. Slider gets a lot of the plate right there. Mitch staying back. See that top hand go, go, go? Just off the top of the wall. Great swing on a lefty-lefty matchup. That's extremely tough to do. But some more runners in scoring position for that RBI man, Devers.
Infield in. He scalds that one into left field for a base hit. That'll chase in Martinez. Down to third is Moreland. Another RBI for Devers. He has the club lead, and he's 3 for 3 tonight. And that's 3 consecutive hits and 4 in the inning for the Red Sox.
So she's probably going to have to go back to the pen. Here we go, jumping on an 0-0 heater after Mitch Moreland goes slider off the wall. That's paying attention to the man in front of you. When you're hitting, when you're left-handed and you got a left-handed guy in front of you, you're locked into the at-bat ahead of you.
Sox ahead 5-2. Johnson will come out of the bullpen as Scioscia has to make another move, and we'll have more in just a moment. From breaking news to in-game alerts, you can sign up to Red Sox at 536-536. Message and data rates may apply.
That's when you're on like that group text with about 10 people and it's going off and off and off and off and off.
Yeah.
That's got to be the alerts that are happening in this series. Constant. Another homer, another homer,
Yeah.
another homer.
More runs. Red Sox up 5-2. On the corners, Big Jim Johnson. He comes out of their bullpen. Alvarez facing one batter, and Devers ripped an RBI single, so he was quickly out of the ball game.
Yeah, brought him into the bullpen to face Mitch. Lefty-lefty matchup. Another lefty on deck. He goes 0 for 2. We go 2 for 2.
Nunez has popped up on 2 occasions. One down, first and third. The inning began with the Benintendi bomb. Martinez with another base hit. JD Martinez has 6 hits in the last 2 games.
Come on.
Moreland with a double. Devers with the RBI single. And the beat goes on for the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah. And yes, this is the same Jim Johnson. If you remember about 5 years ago in Baltimore, back-to-back 50 save seasons.
Vasquez on deck. Nunez trying to keep the line moving. Here's the 1-1. Got to look for that curveball as it's flicked foul.
And he'll drop that in there. He's also a closer with the Atlanta Braves, where Andrelton Simmons started his career. This guy's known for a sinker ball with velocity. Sinker ball, so that's a double play machine. That's what he's been known for.
Up the middle, and terrific play by Simmons. Got the out there on the first. Oh my! What a play! Andrelton Simmons with a Gold Glove twin killing. We'll see if Cora decides to challenge it. Out of the glove while prone behind the bag to get that out. And turn 2. And there will be no challenge. Got him at first base. Sensational play. Bottom of the 6th, Red Sox ahead 5-2, and they were looking to score maybe a couple more before that brilliant double play that was started by the diving Gold Glover Andrelton Simmons. And then out of the glove, while on his stomach, flipped to the second baseman and turned the double play Kinsler actually with a real strong throw onto the bag at first base.
Yeah, that's about max of how you can turn a double play right there. I was just saying Jim Johnson's a double play machine. More the traditional double play, not with a guy dive in, can't even transfer the ball to his throwing hand, not enough time. Outstanding.
Yep, sensational. That's an Ozzie Smith kind of a double play.
Oh, good comp right there.
Upton has gone 0 for 2, a strikeout, and he's hit into a fielder's choice. 5-2, Sox in the lead here in the 6th inning. He was late. Time now for our high-strength steel play, brought to you by New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado.
This is every bit steel right here. Steel curtain defense. You see Anderson Simmons going up the middle, glove side. Doesn't have the time to get it to his throwing hand. Has the awareness to flip it to Kinsler. Strong throw. Wow. A lot of action in that play.
Upton with 4 home runs on the young season.
Vasquez and Erod not really on the same page here on the 2-2 count to lead the inning off. He's had to step off the mound twice to get on the same page.
Popped up, but that'll drift foul out of play. Sox up to 9 hits tonight as Hempry loosens in the bullpen. Rodriguez in search of his 2nd consecutive win. Only allowed 3 hits. One of those a home run by Chris Young. Trying to put away Upton.
Yeah, Upton hitting in the 3-hole right here. 3-2 count, no outs to lead the inning off. Leadoff walks and 2-out walks tend to come around and score majority of the time. Find a way to attack and make him earn his way on versus giving him a free pass.
2 popped up into right. Mookie Betts plenty of time to get under. 1 man gone in the 6th inning for the Angels. Get excited, America. Dunkin' go-tos are here. 2 breakfast sandwiches for $2, $3, or $5. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. And here's Pujols. He's gone 0 for 2 tonight.
Back to my daughter, the 5-year-old. Every time I go to Boston, I have to bring back Dunkin' Donuts. So what I do is I just go to the one by the house and I pick it up, but she thinks I bring it back all the way from Boston. Pretty funny. This girl loves some Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, they're fresh.
Yeah.
And at some point she's going to go, Daddy, how are they so fresh all the time? You know,
yeah.
Moving through your bags and all that, 4-hour flight. How's that done?
Sure. I'll be able to trick her here pretty soon.
Hope she's not awake right now watching you, Johnny, because the secret's out.
Ain't getting nothing by her.
What's her name?
Capri.
Oh, love the name.
Capri.
Beautiful. Albert is grounded to short and popped to short.
He has had Albert out front chasing on that slider. There it is again. Slider, changeup. Don't really know what he's throwing because they kind of have similar action. The velocity is going to change a little bit. But what has been happening is Albert's been fishing for it. It's about his 5th swing and miss in the off speed. That's not even in the zone.
Here's his 93rd pitch. Another one popped up. Maybe a play here for Moreland. Long run up the line, foul ground, and he's got it. That's a tough play, but a Gold Glove first baseman and 2 away.
Yeah, Anderson Simmons' play might trump him, but under no means is this an easy play. You see him with his head cocked all the way back, and that ball is going to be drifting back into the field. So you see that little loop that he's got to make too. And yes, that's one of the reasons why he has a Gold Glove.
Well, he's making huge contributions to the Red Sox with the glove and with the bat.
And that gold right there on his glove is not stock. You have to have won a Gold Glove to get that gold embroidered on your glove. Right there. Wow.
The 1-0. A strike. And they're giving us an update. You may hear that on Jerry Lane, the veteran umpire, was struck by a Mike Trout foul ball as the home plate umpire tonight. Lane got drilled. The x-rays were negative. He has deep bruising on the elbow. Forced out. Yeah, I think that's going to be a bruise to last for a long time.
Yeah. Like we mentioned, fastball coming in, probably 92, 93. Foul tip straight back. That's about 98, 97 miles per hour. It's not a comfortable face.
No protection. Fouled away by Simmons. He's drawn a couple of walks and has scored a run. He has turned in one of the better defensive plays by shortstop that you will see in the month of April. Sox have had home runs by Mookie Betts and Andrew Benintendi and have a 5-2 lead. Rodriguez approaching 100 pitches.
That outstanding play that he made right there, you can argue he saved a run. Without that double play, the runner would have came in and touched the plate. And since 2012, that being 1 run saved, that would make 164 runs saved while he's on the field on his clock.
Serious defense. Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. Base is empty, 3-2, and he walks him for the 3rd time. And he's the only man that Rodriguez has walked all night. He's walked him 3 times. That'll bring out Dana LaVangie for a mound visit, and Eduardo not too happy with himself.
No, that's his 3rd walk. 3rd game of the season, or 3rd game of the series right here. This is Danger's 1st mound visit. You just want to get out there and check things out. Calm him down. 2 outs. Make your pitches right here. Ohtani went over the scouting report. Got him grounded out to short along with a punch out. That nasty changeup on the inner half. See how he attacks him.
Again, only 3 hits allowed by Eduardo tonight. And here's Ohtani for the 3rd time. He has grounded out and struck out. As the designated hitter when he's not pitching. First man to earn a win and then hit a home run and a start as a non-pitcher in the next game since Babe Ruth did it in 1921. Well, in the 4th inning, Rodriguez struck him out on a filthy changeup inside. Gets ahead, strike 1 here in the 6th. Certainly looking like Rodriguez last inning. He's in 100 pitches. Runner at first and 2 down. Out in front on him again on the changeup, and the count's 0-2.
Yeah, he's being real aggressive right there. Obviously going to calm his timing down, and you see him way out front, way out front. And when you're not going to that leg kick, that's going to be an adjustment that you have, is you have more time to see the ball because his foot is down early. You have more time to see the ball. You have to wait on off speed. You see him still out in front on the off speed.
He missed that by a mile. Rodriguez looking for the strikeout. Trying to get him for the 2nd time. Just got a piece of that. 0-2.
And it's going to be tough because they kind of pick the days of obviously when he pitches, and they have a schedule for when he's going to hit. So there's not going to be that matchup of lefty-righty. It's just today he's pitching, today he's hitting. And here he is matched up with a lefty. And so far this year, he's 1 for 9 against left-handed pitching.
Rolls over on that, fouls it away. And one of the concerns about Ohtani is that he bats left-handed. As you saw the other night, he is a right-handed pitcher. That means that elbow, that very valuable arm of his, is exposed. Now, he's got the body armor on. He's got that that pad, and he has a lot of extra protection around the wrist. He wears 2 different pads, one of them outside the leg, outside the pant leg, and another one inside. So he's got protection everywhere. Here comes the 0-2. Cut on and missed. He struck him out again for the second time tonight, and Ohtani's 0 for 3. Lead on the Angels, bidding for the sweep, which would be the Red Sox first over the Angels since 2011, should they get it. Moving into the late stages now, Vasquez will lead things off against Jim Johnson, and then Brock Holt, and then Mookie Betts again. Eduardo Rodriguez with another strong effort. Red Sox continue to get one outstanding start after another. And if he is done, he went 6, 2 runs, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, and in line for the victory, which would be his second in a row.
Outstanding thing that he did this whole game, and really the starters as whole, is what we would call shutdown innings. It's one of these formulas that works in winning baseball, any level, high school, college, little league. Shut down, meaning when you score, you go out there and you shut them down. Obviously, they're going to score here and there, and it's going to be on occasions, but when you're able to score and then you go to the bottom half of the inning and shut them down for the 0, it's a nice little formula to have for winning baseball.
Running inside on Vasquez. Christian with a fly to right, Tapper to short. And tonight would be 7 straight for Boston. Here comes the 2-1. It's a Red Sox team that is having so much fun playing the game, and they are so fun to watch.
They're outstanding to watch.
Chopped on the infield. Here comes Kozar with a scoop to fire, and got him at first base. We shall see, though. Vasquez thought he beat it. Well, the Sox challenge this. Now, if he's out, that's consecutive innings with amazing plays by the infield. But take a look. I think he's safe there.
Take a look. No. Nope.
Deciding not to. Well, Christian Vasquez will be out and no challenge.
Again, though, nice to see him hustling down the line right there, applying the pressure on the defense, making Kozart have to go to the bare hand for the throw, making Simmons have to go with the glove flip. Just talk about fun watching these guys play. Well, we're playing hard like that.
Take another look at that play at first base.
Close.
No review on it. And there for a strike on Brock Holt, who has a base hit, and he's grounded to second. That's a bullet. Rocketed into right, on the grass, on the track, up against the wall. Holt into second base, and he'll have himself a double. His second hit of the ball game, and he's hit it hard a couple of times.
He sure has. Got on base twice tonight for Mookie Betts. Here comes Mookie Betts up again. And this is a curveball. Not many curveballs for Jim. Brock might have been sitting on it right here. Big sinker guy. Stays back. Knee kick. That's the balance we're looking for out of a knee kick, and a left-hander right there. Drives it down the right field line. Double for Brock Holt. And here comes that man again.
Well, that would be one Mookie Betts. A home run to start the game. Benintendi has added one as well. Mookie since has struck out and hit into a double play. Very rare for him.
Sure.
But a man in scoring position. Sox trying to add on. Ahead 5-2 in the 7th. And Johnson will call him out. Let's take a look at that home run swing.
This is it. You know they tried him down, so let's try him up. Fastball up. You see those hands go down into a hitch or a load. Brings him back up. Fires it right above his Boston across his chest. Touch them all, Mookie. That's Jim bringing Maldonado out with a runner on second. You really got to make sure you're on the same page when Jim's on the mound, because he has that nasty sinker and that big overhander. And to get crossed up would not be a good thing in this situation.
Curveball on the corner. Betts has homered 4 times in the series. 0-1. Fastball, but low. Red Sox attempting to begin the season just incredible, 16-2.
When you're down in the ball game 3 runs, you don't want to put too many more guys on base when you're playing catch up.
Curveball, rip but foul.
At some point, you got to think, with a base open first base, as hot as Mookie is, you might want to take your chances with someone else, but it's just a game you can't play when you're down.
On away, Brock Holt standing at second after his double. Sox have reached 10 hits again. That's becoming routine. So is getting another fine start. Here's the 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off right there. Started him off with the second pitch was the curveball for a strike. Comes again, bounces it right behind the plate. Coming off a big sinker right there. Good stop too as well behind from the Gold Glover behind the dish.
Two to Betts. Red Sox with another errorless game to this point. They're also #1 in fielding in the American League.
Add it to the list.
Made only 4 errors all season. #1 in hitting, #2 in ERA, just behind Houston. Benintendi blasting a home run his last time up. He's on deck. And big Jim Johnson with a payoff. And he got him. So Mookie Betts with a strikeout, two-way. Time for the Geico Red Sox moment, honoring the 2013 Red Sox. Game 18. Red Sox would lose to Kansas City in 10 innings. Mike Napoli had a couple of extra base hits. Very sad to learn that Mike, who has been in the minor leagues, suffered a serious knee injury while trying to make his way back.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day. I mean, it was just a total bummer for just one of the most awesome guys to ever wear a Red Sox uni, one of my buddies. But yeah, let's hope he has a speedy recovery, and that's a tough one for him.
Huge part of that club.
Huge beard too.
Oh,
believe it.
The caricature of that beard is inside that World Series ring, as you know very well.
That's a fact.
Outside on Benintendi, but a beautiful cut on a home run swing in the 6th inning.
I think he lost his T-shirt somewhere in Boston right after the celebration.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
It went wandering there in the celebration, the post game events.
As good of a guy as he is, I'm sure he just gave it to someone.
Here's the 2-0. High fly to left field along the line. Upton is there to make the play, and that retires the side. Red Sox in front, 5-2, middle of the 7th. Brought to you by the all-new Subaru Ascent, featuring all-wheel drive and 3 rows of seats. Love is now bigger than ever this spring. Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? And by your New England Audi dealers. Get behind the wheel of the Audi you've always wanted. Back in Anaheim, Red Sox gunning for the sweep of the Angels. They have a 5-2 lead. And the baseball will go to Heath Hembry. So Eduardo Rodriguez can win it. He went 6. He allowed just 3 hits, couple of runs. Red Sox continue to get one fine start after another, and scoring plenty of runs. See if they have enough tonight. Hembry to get the bottom third of the order for the Halos here, and here's Kozar.
And as Alex Cora looks at it right now, bottom 7, you got 9 outs to cover with a well-rested bullpen due to how the starters were. Now we know who's going to get the last 3. So you got a fresh bullpen to get 6 outs.
Check swing. They do appeal no swing. Again, if you missed it early in the game, home plate umpire Jerry Lane was struck by a foul ball on the elbow. He had to depart. So for the rest of the night, and that was in the 1st inning, the rest of the night, the game has been played with 3 umpires. The Pours that one in. Back to that foul ball by Trout that got Jerry Lane. And got him good.
Foul ball over the glove, over the mask. Just had that elbow exposed. Yikes.
I really thought maybe he broke the arm.
Sure.
He did not. It's a deep bruise. Chopper behind the bag. Devers going to skip it over there, and it's going to get by. That gets by Moreland, so the runner will be safe. It'll be an error on Devers to lead off the 7th inning.
It's a E5, but that's a tough play. That's about max distance a third baseman has to go to throw the ball across the diamond. You have to see him go back to his right, set his feet, going with the one hop. Didn't quite have enough on it. Mitch can't go into the baseline to save the runner due to the runner being all the way to the bag.
That'll be his 4th error. So Cole Calhoun will climb in. He will hit for Young now that there's a right-hander out there. Chris Young blasting a home run in the 5th inning. Calhoun with good power in his own right. That one goes sailing to the backstop. That'll advance the runner. Cozart down to second on the wild pitch.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here. You don't see Heath missed by that much. That's here's it from our view right here, and that's way elevated. Must have just slipped out of his hands.
Sox up by 3 in the 7th. Long way to go yet. Thought about it and a pitch down low. In fact, he went. They appealed to the third base umpire. He said that's a swing and a miss.
Got away with one there.
Sure did.
If I'm in the box and the guy throws it to the backstop, you better believe I'm just taking the next pitch. I'm gonna make him earn a strike. Calhoun helped him out.
Tied up. The count is 1-1. The game 5-2 Red Sox here in the 7th. And a ground ball to the right side into the shift. Nunez will get to that right field and throw him out. Over to third is Cozart. So one man gone, but that advances the runner. And we'll send up the number 9 man. And it looks like they're going to hit from Maldonado. I think it's Valbuena. Yep. It's Valbuena.
I'll tell you, last year when you get these pinch hitting situations, majority of the time the catcher would run out to the mound and go over the scouting reports. Now with the new mound limit of visits this year, can't go out there anymore and go over the scouting report.
Sox with a 3-man shift on the right side, and now Valbuena with one down and a runner at third without the benefit of a hit. Diving back into third base is Cozart. Reaching on the error. Kinsler on deck. And a 1-0. Popped up foul. Back out of play.
And Valbuena pinch hitting in the 9-hole. The Red Sox do have a 3-run lead. Valbuena gets on. That flips it over to the top of the lineup with Kinsler and then the rest of the boys coming from behind with some power. And then that's going to bring the tying run to the plate. You do your best that you can and just keep the tying run off. Keep the tying run from coming to the plate. Even a sac fly is okay right here, but don't lose them.
Now you get into some very dangerous hitters after this guy. And Valbuena certainly has power, but you got Kinsler and Trout, Upton, and Pujols waiting in the wings. Trout a couple of batters away. He's had a quiet night.
You always want to keep your eye where he's at.
Two-one from Hembry. That one disappeared, didn't it? 2-2.
Oh, it's filthy right there. He's lost some feel for that fastball. Those two that he went up, the sliders that he's throwing. Oof.
May want to throw that again.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Valbuena's been a pretty good pinch hitter. Here's the 2-2. He struck him out. Yeah, he did come back with the slider to freeze him. He didn't like the call, but that's a big K for Heath Hembry.
Got that slider swinging and come back, and Valbuena wasn't looking for it. Might have thought it was off the plate. I got it on the plate. Arm side slider. Wow.
Every time a Red Sox pitcher strikes out an Angels batter, Lexus will donate $50 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. So 2 away, and now Kinsler. He's 1 for 3, a base hit. Runner at third. Sox ahead by 3, getting late here. 96 didn't get the call there, just off the corner. 4-1. Kinsler now 35 years old. Always very aggressive.
Sure. See if Heath goes back to that slider. She had a good feel for it.
Foul back. A ball and a strike on Ian Kinsler. One of the guys who's getting a lot of credit for the new look of the Angels this year, which has produced so much offense, just not against the Boston Red Sox.
No.
Won the first 2, 10-1 and 9-0.
High fastball again.
Every first man out of the pen on this night. Fouled back. And the count moves to 2-2.
2-2, 2 foul balls on those heaters, and has elevated those. Previous at bat, Valbuena, you saw 2 really nasty sliders. So he has a couple options right here.
Got it down the line on the move, Martinez, and it is a foul ball off the chalk. Not by much.
Soch might want to take a look at it. They're begging. They need that hit, but let's take a look at it. See what Soch is looking at. His crew inside on the video room. Didn't see any chalk fly up. I don't think they're going to reveal it.
So Kinsler climbing back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That was the slider we were looking for. He did get some good wood on it. Kind of emergency swing, though. See if he backs that slider or goes back to that high elevated fastball.
Trout's on deck. And the 2-2 again. Little tapper. Devers to cut it. Little bobble throw. Close. Say. No, he got him. He got him at first base on a bang play. And the Red Sox will be out of the inning if there's no challenge here. And it will be no challenge here. And Devers, despite a little bit of a bobble, he got him at first base. Best network for streaming baseball, because your stadium should be where you make it. Red Sox ahead 5-2. Really fine play by Devers moments ago to get that out at first base. Rolled a bit on him, but he still made the play. Here's Blake Wood coming out of the bullpen with a nifty 0.87 ERA to take on Hanley and JD Martinez and Mitch Moreland. Sox up 5-2. With a pair of home runs, Mookie Betts and Andrew Benintendi. Now Calhoun will stay in the game to play right field. And Rivera is the new catcher.
First look at Rivera in the series. He's going to have to cover 6 outs.
In there for a strike at 95.
Yeah, great play by Devers. Obviously, Kinsler running down, but as we were talking about, Trout on deck, coming up, being the tying run. Big out.
That's a clutch play. Devers, by the way, also 3 for 3 tonight with 2 RBIs. And fouled back to the screen. Back to that effort.
And here's the play. That last one, he had to go back to his right. This one, he's got a charge, and it rolls up his glove a little bit, and just enough on it to get him out. This is it. Charging at the same time, going across. Glove side, got to go. Stay on your feet. Just enough across the diamond.
Here's the 1-2 from Wood. Knocked foul. Red Sox with a win will be 16-2 going to Oakland.
Probably another opportunity to go into the history books. 16-2.
Unless they're asked about it, you don't hear the Red Sox talking about it. There's a base hit to right field.
What a swing by Hanley Ramirez right there. Just a simple single, no big deal. But he's throwing high velocity, fouled off 97 to the opposite field, comes back with 96. Hanley getting that foot down early. Look at this, and you don't see that knee turn in. Slight toe tap, hit the ball where it's pitched. What a swing.
Been a good on base night for the DH Hanley Ramirez. 2 walks and a base hit tonight. Red Sox with 11 hits.
A swing like that can lock you in.
He's running, but a bullet. Trout on the move. Back he goes, and that ball slams into the bottom of the wall. Going to second base, and he's going to be safe. He nearly overslid it. So Martinez, after 4 hits last night, has 3 of them tonight.
Just got done talking about a beautiful swing on a fastball. How about a beautiful swing on a slider from the guy behind the guy that just hit a fastball? You see Hanley taking off right there. Second time he's been in motion tonight. JD hustling around the bases. Enough is enough. Double. Another extra base hit.
Now, overslid it. So she was thinking about a challenge there. The umpire stayed with it, though, as he got back to the bag.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where's he going? What's happening?
And now he's heading inside the
Pinch
dugout.
run? Pinch runner? Maybe Jackie going in for defense. There
Yes,
he
he's
is.
coming in.
Yeah.
So Jackie Bradley to run for JD Martinez. 2 doubles and a single. That's 7 hits in 2 games for JD.
Talk about locked in.
Yes.
Boy.
So Jackie to run for him. Red Sox trying to add on now. 2nd and 3rd, and nobody out for Mitch Moreland, who has been cranking. Has a double in this one. And had 3 hits last night, including 4 RBIs. A 5-2 Sox lead, and might be on the verge of putting this one out of reach.
Yep. And to get a save, Craig Kimbrell, the game has to be within 3 runs. So where it stands coming up in the 9th, that'd be a save situation. Obviously racking up some runs takes away the save situation, hence the fact of why he had to pitch the other night to get some work in, because the boys are so hot and there haven't been any save situations.
Yeah, that was his first appearance in 3 games, just to stay loose. Runners lead at second and third. Goes the other way on a line. Upton will make the catch. Hanley tags, and he's going to score. He will score easily as he touches the plate. Another RBI from Moreland, his 7th. A little more breathing room here for the Red Sox on top 6-2.
Getting the job done right there. On the previous half inning, you saw Valbuena with a runner on third, less than 2 outs, a sac fly, a ball in the air, deep fly ball, runner at third tags, comes home for the run. Punch out Valbuena. Mitch Moreland stays on the ball, line to line, routine fly ball, drives the run in, puts a point on the board.
So the Angels will intentionally pass Devers, will put him on ball 4. That means he's been on base all 4 times tonight. 3 singles, 2 RBIs, and now the walk. They will not mess with him. Instead go after Nunez, who's gone 0 for 3. Red Sox with a 6-2 lead. We are in the 8th as the Sox bid for 7 in a row and 16 out of 18 to begin the season. Just remarkable.
Runner on second, 1 out. Devers coming to the plate. They go for the intentional walk to put a runner on first and second to set up the double play. That would be the strategy for that move, set up the double play.
The 1-0 ground ball toward the bag. Simmons going for the base and in time to get the out there. The other 2 will be safe on the corners. It's an interesting move there. He did get back in time for the force play. So 2 down.
I thought Kinsler was going to be there at the turn 2.
Lunging right in front of the slide by Rafael Devers. So 2 gone. Jackie Bradley in at third. Vasquez will be the batter. He's gone 0 for 3. On the night, Christian has flied out, grounded out again. Sox have scored once in this inning. Now leading by 4. It bounced up there as Rivera will stop it.
Good stop. Mike Scioscia, manager of the Angels, ex-catcher himself, has groomed many catchers.
And has been known to be tough on catchers.
Sure has.
Very demanding.
Had a young Mike Napoli as a catcher over here.
He did. Served to Simmons. And in time at second base, plenty of time there to get the force. Red Sox add 1, leading it 6-2. Erod with a really solid effort, 6 innings, just 3 hits. He struck out 5. He can win for the 2nd consecutive outing. Mookie Betts homered again, leading off the ball game. Benintendi with his first home run of the year. And the Red Sox hold a 6-2 lead as we take it to the last half of the 8th inning as they go for 7 in a row. Benintendi moving from center field over to left with Jackie Bradley now in the game in center.
Yeah, interesting look at that. I mean, you've got 3 outfielders right here that can all play center field. That's pretty remarkable. Anaheim Angels coming into this series just as hot as the Red Sox. And what a weapon. They don't have that. Justin Upton can't play anything but left. Trout, you're really not going to move. I mean,
and they can all play it very well.
Yeah, all plus. Any given night, you can put any of those 3.
Well, Carson Smith to make his 8th appearance of the year. He'll take over here in the 8th inning. And a very tough part of the lineup gets Trout, Upton, and Pujols. The Sox ahead by 4. Trout has gone 0 for 3, including a strikeout in the 1st inning. All of that at the hand of Eduardo Rodriguez, who handled him very nicely. In fact, Upton, number 3 hitter, also hitless, and Albert Pujols was 0 for 3. So, and 3 very tough hitters, 2, 3, and 4, and Eduardo shut them completely down.
Sure did. Outstanding formula, shut down innings.
Zipped in for a called strike. I don't think Red Sox fans and the Red Sox as a team have seen the best yet of Carson Smith. You think of just how good he was before the elbow injury, and we did see flashes of it last year. He's had difficulty with his command from time to time this year, no question about that. ERA over 6, but when right, he's absolutely filthy. High flying on a right field line. They'll sell foul.
I mean, he is absolutely filthy. And from the view behind or in center field, you can just see his ball move. You just see that arm side action, that sinking action. You will not see him throw a straight fastball. Every single one of his pitch has great depth. That right there is about as straight as a fastball as you're going to get, and that's what happens when you elevate the fastball, but still has run. If he's able to get his sinker on his glove side, which would be away from Trout, I mean, it's a nightmare to hit against.
So 3-2. Nobody out. High fly to center, hangs up into the night, not terribly deep, and Jackie with the catch that is out, number 1. We'll have some sad news to report. Longtime Patriots voice, great play-by-play man, Gil Santos, has passed away at the age of 80. That has been confirmed by the New England Patriots, one of the great voices in New England sports history. 36 seasons at the microphone, started with the Pats in 1966. An unforgettable voice. Gil Santos has passed away at the age of 80.
Rest in peace.
And I know I say this for a lot of folks who grew up listening to Gil. I will hear his voice forever in my head. And we were lucky to have him as the voice of the Pats. Upton has gone 0 for 3. 1 man out, a big cut and a miss.
And there it is right there. I was talking about that glove side sinker. I mean, it's almost like a screwball with velocity. Starts off the plate and comes back, which is pretty rare for a sinker baller. Majority of the time, like a Jim Johnson, he's going to pound your back foot. Carson able to get it to the other side of the plate.
(0-2) and in there for strike 3. So he got him looking. 2 down. Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, and life insurance.
the pitch right here, and he also has a slider. Just must have forgot about letting that slider go right down the middle. Two weapons, both working tonight. Good stuff.
Now, the Red Sox have not allowed a hit from the 2 through 6 batters in this lineup tonight, and a darn good lineup, including Shohei Ohtani, who was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts against Rodriguez.
He did not look comfortable on heavy of his at-bats.
I mean, he came in with a building legend, both on the mound and in the batter's box, but the Red Sox have put a stop sign on that building legend. That one popped up by Pujols on the infield left side, charging on Devers. He'll make the catch in front of the mound, and they go 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. Anaheim, Johnny Gomes, Dave O'Brien with you. This is Noe Ramirez, who between the Red Sox and the Angels last year appeared in 12 games at the big league level. And we'll take on Brock Holt, and then Mookie Betts, and then Andrew Benintendi. Betts and Benintendi with home runs tonight. Red Sox have hit 11 home runs in the series, and lining up their first sweep of Los Angeles since 2011.
11 homers in 3-game series
so far. Called strike on Brock. Said good night again with a single and a double, 2 for 3. Sox pounded out a dozen hits to just 3 for the Angels. So again, that deadly combination of offense and pitching. The Red Sox have done that better than anybody in a game by a pretty wide margin. Consistently. Here's the 2-1. Hard ground ball that eats alive Cozart and off into left field. So Brock Holt is on for the 3rd time.
And Brock Holt putting some nice swings going the other way tonight. I hope he's earned up a hit right there. It's going to be a scorer's discretion. Little leg kick right here, elbow back, firing it where the pitch is pitched. Right there, catches Cozart off balance a little bit. Didn't think it was come that hard.
Let's see how they rule on this.
Need a hit.
If they do give him a hit, it'll be his 3rd of the night. They're going to charge an error instead.
Come on. That's that hometown score. That happened at Fenway. We got a knock.
Here's Mookie Betts. Mookie with a home run and a pair of strikeouts and a double play. So he's 1 for 4.
With 3 outs to cover in the bottom half of the 9th. That would be a 3-game sweep of not even trailing.
That's right.
Never played from behind. As close as it got was 0-0. In 2 of the games that lasted a couple pitches with Mookie going home run right out of the gate.
And the 1-0 to Mookie. There's a shot down the line, and that is a fair ball, as that'll jump off into the stands down in the corner. Brock Holt will have to be held at third on the extra base hit by Mookie Betts.
Extra base hit number 2 on the night. He's gone homer and then shoots a double down there. This is an outstanding swing of a curveball, back-to-back curveballs. You saw the first one, sitting on it again right there, rifles it down the line, hops in, gives him a taxi ride into second.
8th double of the season from Mookie. I think Noe Ramirez was fortunate that he did not hit that out of the ballpark the way he's swinging. Here's Benintendi now. Could wind up with a major night. He already has a home run. He's 1 for 4. Now runners at second and third, nobody out. Red Sox up 6-2. Benintendi with his 11th RBI in the 6th inning. He's been picking up his RBIs.
He sure has. A good opportunity right here as well. And this is the homer right here. First homer of many this season right here. Elevated fastball up and in. I'll tell you what, very similar to pitch of Porcello when he was striking those guys out with bases loaded. But Benny, a different hitter.
And a 2-0. Up the middle for a base hit. Holt is in. Betts will be sent in. Trout firing to the plate. Another run home. Benintendi diving into second. That's a 2-run hit. The Red Sox open it up here in Anaheim. 2 RBIs and give him 3 for the ball game.
That's 3 knocks in a row. Brock Holt starting it with the single. Mookie going double down the line. And check this out right here for a 2 RBI knock up the middle. Reading the throw. Mike Trout throwing it over, overthrowing his cutting off. That's a 2 RBI knock right there. Infield was drawn in. 1 run from Brock. Here come Mookie. Can't throw him. Read the throw. Slides into second. What a ball player.
Red Sox have outscored the Angels 27-3 in this series. And here's Hanley Ramirez looking to keep it rolling. He's been on base 3 times, 2 walks and a single. Once again, the Red Sox getting to 8 runs or more. They've done that in every game in the series. You know, the numbers are staggering.
It is staggering.
How good the Red Sox are.
How about this conversation going on between Mookie and JD? 2 of the best hitters in the game. 2 of the best hitters in the game on the same ball club.
Red Sox took game 1 10-1, 9-0 last night. Now on top 8-2 in game 3. Benintendi at second. There's nobody out. Fouled off by Hanley, who is hitting .328 with 15 RBIs. Rafael Devers has taken over the RBI lead by a couple. over Hanley and JD Martinez, but they're bunched up pretty good. And oh, by the way, there's Mookie Betts just like one behind.
A lot of runs scored, a lot of RBIs. 8 runs on the board right now, runner on. I'm sure Hanley's trying to push that 10 spot.
Well, you can see it on the faces of these Red Sox. They're having so much fun.
0-2 fastball. You see all 3 of those pitches staying away. Hanley's last single was shot right in between first and second base in that hole right there. Another one of those knocks right now and earn him another RBI to push it at 16 in the season.
And Ramirez with a 1-2. Did not get him to offer. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Been a very patient night for Hanley. He's not given a whole lot to hit, but he did single in the 8th inning. I don't think the word impressive quite catches what's going on here with this ball club. This is amazing stuff. And the 2-2 from Ramirez. And he missed with that. Everything away.
It was away right there. All 5 pitches away. Great eye from Hanley. Got to be patient right here. Obviously with first base open and Jackie on deck instead of JD. But Hanley's seeing the ball nice right now.
Jackie Bradley is yet to swing the bat tonight. He did come on as a runner for JD Martinez, who had 3 hits. 3 more after 4 last night. 3-2. There's a high fly ball. That's well hit to center. Trout is back though and has room shy of the track. Benintendi will tag and advance from second to third. And Hanley just missed one.
Along with all the success and the extra base hits, everything going on, we've also seen our loud outs. Loud outs. Even the Red Sox outs are loud.
So a man at third for Jackie Bradley. He can get in on this and drive in a run while making it out. And again, his first trip tonight, hitting .228 with a home run. He's gotten his first home run of the season right here in Anaheim. So did Andrew Benintendi. And so did Brock Holt. All on his first stop of the road trip.
Checked a whole lot off. The birthday boy up to the plate right here.
Yes. And Jackie will look at a strike.
Possible birthday homer. Possible birthday double. I'm banking on it.
Jackie turning 28 years old today, born at Richmond, Virginia. He almost got hit. Well, he did actually. That one got him. He's been struck by the pitch. He could not dance out of the way, and he gets drilled. So that'll put Red Sox at first and third.
This is not the ideal birthday gift he was looking for. Birthday beanball, top of his foot. Mitch Moreland coming to the plate with another RBI situation.
That was not what he had in mind for the birthday.
Walk it off, walk it off.
Well, here comes Mike Scioscia again.
Tell you what, there's some dead grass from that dugout to the mound these last 3 games.
He's been wearing out a path. He cannot wait for the Red Sox to leave town. Ramirez will be taken out. New pitcher coming on. Red Sox threatening for more, leading 8-2 in the 9th. We'll have more in a moment. 8-2 the lead so far against the Angels. We're in the 9th inning. And this will be Luke Bard, Daniel Bard's brother, Red Sox pitcher, who had all those control issues, eventually forcing him out of baseball. 6.30 ERA for his brother. Runners on at first and third. And Mitch Moreland had an RBI with a sac fly his last time up. Before that, he doubled. He's locked in. He's got 2 on with 1 down here in the 9th and 2 runs in. Hard hit, but he laces that one foul. Devers on deck. 8 runs on 14 hits for the Red Sox. 2 runs, just 3 hits for the Angels. Red Sox pitching came in and turned off the faucet for the Angels for their offense.
And Mitch jumping on the 0-0 fastball right there, being aggressive, as you should, runners in scoring position. Himself in a hole right here, 0-2, but still has a strike to work with.
Benintendi at third, Bradley at first. Here's the 0-2. And a rising fastball, he got him, 92 miles an hour to strike him out. 2 gone. And another crack at it now for Rafael Devers, who's had another big night. 3 hits. 2 RBIs. They intentionally walked him the last time. Also made a really important defensive play on a little tapper on the infield for a 3rd out.
It's really tough to get on base in the big leagues 4 consecutive times, or 4 times in a ball game. And we've seen someone do it every single night this series. Multiple guys.
Right. Tonight, Devers' turn. Last night was JD Martinez with 4 hits.
Mookie, 2 homers, 2 walks. Wasn't on base long, circling the bases, but it counts.
And the Red Sox continue to roll like nobody's business. The 1-0. And he popped him up into left, not deep. Coming on is Upton. And that will retire the side, but the Red Sox keep on scoring and now lead at 8-2. sew this one up. The Red Sox with a commanding lead again. In a series they have never trailed in. They lead at 8-2. And he will get 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Joe to make his 8th appearance of the season. Through a perfect 6th inning with a strikeout in Saturday's win against the Orioles. And Simmons to lead it off. He's walked 3 times. He scored 1 of their 2 runs. 97 for ball 1. We've also seen Carson Smith and Heath Hembree in support of Eduardo Rodriguez, who went 6. He can win it. He allowed just 3 hits.
Talk about getting on base 4 times. Simmons has 3 walks. He'd be the only Anaheim Angel to get on base 4 times throughout the whole series.
He's also turned a dynamite double play, but it's been for naught at this point. And Kelly with a 2-0. That is ball 3.
On pace, 4-walk game. Interesting.
And the 3-0 from Kelly. He drops in a strike, took a little something off it. Red Sox are 6-0 in series, with sweeps at Miami, against Tampa Bay, and against Baltimore, and on the verge of another sweep of 3 in a row here in Anaheim. 3-1 fills up the count.
And the other thing that can't really get lost is it's really hard to go from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast without a stop somewhere in the Central to kind of get adjusted. When you're going a 3-hour time difference, it's obviously super late in Boston right now, and that's what these guys are accustomed to. So come out here and do that sweep, man, that's impressive.
Payoff pitch to Simmons. High chop. Devers charging, has to fire quickly. He's going to hold on to it, and a smart move there because Simmons was going to reach, and he's got himself an infield hit.
And here comes Ohtani. Interesting at bat for me right here, just to watch this young guy hit. Obviously, Joe Kelly with that electric fastball, which he hasn't seen much over in Japan. Not too many electric fastballs like that, but how he has been struggling with the changeup tonight. Just kind of see how the adjustment is made, if any, at the plate, and then again what Joe Kelly's going to do.
Well, he went 0 for 3 against Eduardo Rodriguez, who struck him out twice. Had some nasty changeups. So runner at first, he'll go. Nobody at third on ball 1. That's why Vasquez took off in that direction, but Devers eventually got over there. They got to keep an eye on Simmons because earlier in the game he went first to third. No stolen base. That's defensive indifference.
Yeah, and here it is taking second. There's going to be no throw right there, but you can see third base is vacated. They were on top of it this time. Get me once, can't get me again.
One and one. Came at him at 96 in a foul ball. Ohtani does have 3 home runs. He is a big draw here. Night number 1 on Tuesday. The Red Sox won that ball game, remember, 10-1, but there were 45,000 people here.
Here to watch him pitch. Looking to stay hard so far. Obviously, his electric fastball, that would be Joe's best pitch, but Ohtani's seen 8 changeups tonight with no contact on any of them.
Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 9th. Red Sox by half a dozen.
He would probably spin him into the ground with a changeup right here.
Fastball again, and it's 2-2. However, if Kelly can strike him out, that'll be the 3rd K for Ohtani in this game.
I think for the game's sake, I mean, it would be awesome for a guy to do both electric fastball, home runs, but like you saw on the pitching side and tonight, it's going to be tough to do, and there's a reason why it really hasn't happened since Babe Ruth. And you go back to Babe Ruth, it really happened only for 2.5 years. It wasn't like his whole career.
And Joe Kelly with a 2-2 and a man at second.
Staying hard.
You think now he might mix in a breaking ball?
Gosh, I'm begging for it. I just want to see it.
Simmons off the bag at second, and the 2-2 again. He struck him out. 98 downstairs to Fannin. So Shohei Ohtani 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts. And the Red Sox knocked him off the hill in 2 innings the other night, so he's had a hard time against Boston.
Wow, that's an emergency hack right there. There is no chance. See that knee turn in? That's the next adjustment. Swinging straight down, trying to cast the barrel out.
1 man gone. Here's Zach Cozart. He's gone 1 for 3 with an RBI single.
It'll be interesting to watch, you know, just the baseball world. And I mean, Eric Hinsky fixed him right away, so I'm sure they're going to have to go to step 2. Eric Hinsky, obviously a great ball player, and found him in the playoffs multiple times, multiple different teams. But he'll have his work cut out. If there's a guy who can handle it, that'd be Eric Hinsky.
Hell yeah, Cozy, hell yeah.
Calhoun on deck.
Dude, I'll be honest, I need to lay this down for my fantasy team.
Crowd has thinned out considerably here in Anaheim as the Red Sox continued to score. Run in the first, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the sixth, run in the eighth, 2 in the ninth. To chase a lot of them away. It's been the theme of this series.
Yeah, I think these are Red Sox fans. These are Red Sox West right here. Not much to watch about with the Angels.
The Angels have to be pretty stunned because they were playing great baseball themselves coming in. But the Red Sox have run over them and flattened them here. That is in there for a called strike. Red Sox have been doing that against everybody, but a lot of people are pointing at this series and saying, well, let's wait for this one, right? Well, 10-1, 9-0, 8-2.
Yeah. Red Sox obviously heading up to Oakland, and San Francisco Giants coming in. So San Francisco Giants, obviously National League, interleague play.
Not getting an offer there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sox closing in on a 16-2 start. Just amazing. They really have become the talk of Major League Baseball. Payoff pitch from Kelly. Sock to right field. Mookie Betts has that lined up. 2 down. He's holding at second base, so 1 more to get.
One more out. 1 more out away from a pretty remarkable series.
And we talked about the Yankees series being a statement series, but this one absolutely qualifies to come, as you said, Johnny, all the way to the West Coast, having fought their way through ugly weather and a great homestand going 8-1, but terrible weather, and yet continue to win and win, and now on the verge of making it 7 straight wins. But a sweep of the Angels, who had won 7 in a row before this series.
Sure.
And with all the hype about Ohtani and obviously Mike Trout, great player and MVP, and Albert Pujols, the Hall of Famer to be, The Red Sox have really beaten them up.
Sure have. It was exciting to watch. Ball flying out, striking guys out, base running, defense.
0-1 to Calhoun. And wrap foul, make it 0-2. So the win would go to Eduardo Rodriguez, his second in a row. That's 2 consecutive really fine performances. Red Sox got great pitching here. They tore the cover off the ball with 11 home runs.
Yeah, tore the cover off the ball, and you could argue is an understatement.
And Kelly looking for the strikeout for the finishing touch on this night in Southern California. And Joe with the 0-2.
Good eye, kid. We're not skating for you. Prove it. Just knock a little deeper, dude. Continue to skate. Prove it.
And a 1-2. He got him. He struck him out. That's the ball game. And the Red Sox with a heavenly sweep in Anaheim. They take 3 straight from the Angels and have won 7 in a row. An incredible 16-2 start, the best record in the majors since the 1987 Brewers. And TC, the beat goes on as the Red Sox head to Oakland.
Way to rake, boys. Way to rake.